Many brave adventurers have passed through these very halls, desires of fame, fortune, and glory fueling their motivation to persevere through countless perils. But unbeknownst to our conquering champions, a darkness is approaching. A darkness long forgotten. History locked away until a piece of that corrupt eight released a fateful memory. As this corruption sweeps across the waves once more, our challengers must fight for their very souls.
As our contenders prepare their ships for an expedition into these dark waters, let's take a moment to discuss the prize that lies before them. Our shipwright has worked tirelessly to craft a tool against the looming darkness, a shield against the corruption. The Champion's Mark. Meticulously stitched into the finest materials in the land, the Champion's Mark is a symbol of those that have proven themselves worthy of the title Champion of Light. These sails shall prove themselves a beacon on the seas, a beacon of hope. Today's champions will not only acquire these exclusive sails, but will also receive a pair of Sennheiser GSP 370s for each crew member, provided graciously by our event sponsor, EPOS Sennheiser. To find out more about our sponsor, just type !sponsor in chat. Now, before we discuss the competition details further, let's introduce ourselves.
Hello everyone, I am Jebro, Shoutcaster host and full-time streamer over on twitch.tv apparently, twitch.tv/JebroUnity, and full-time broadcaster as well, Sea of Thieves streamer, variety streamer extraordinaire on the seas with you today, and alongside me, I have the awesome and amazing Green Skull.
Hey everyone, I'm Green Skull, longtime content creator, been making videos way back since Halo 2. Now I'm a YouTuber, Twitch streamer. You can find me everywhere on the net as Green Skull. Now that these formalities are out of the way, let's talk about the teams competing. Void Corsair. We have Deathnell the captain, Aliam, Tygus, and Cry.
Over on the Moist Boys, we have Captain Bizda, Lezu Hans, Kaderaf, and Mr. Festus.
Back to Skull. Dumanu as the captain, Solanum, Kaiser, and Sephiz.
And last but certainly not least, our fourth team, Spin to Win. Captain Snake, Official, YT, J-Star, Presidente, and Kona Brot 04.
Victory will be determined by the challenger's accumulation of placement points. For the crew that falls short in their round placement, a sailor's worth of 2 points will be assigned. For the Scourge, clawing their way into third place, a moderate 4 points will be added to their total. For the ruthless marauders that are consumed by their furious desires, a trove of 6 points will be awarded. And for the legends that know no bounds, the bountiful pot of 8 points will push them closer to the champion title.
While our crews prepare to set sail, I'd like to let those of you watching know that you too can compete to earn fame and glory during events just like this. All you have to do is head on over to seaofchampions.com and create your competition profile. Then keep an eye on your Twitter, on our Twitter even, and Discord for announcements of upcoming registrations. All this info can be found just below the Twitch video player as well. And while you're at it, feel free to hit that follow button to get alerted to all future Sea of Thieves Champions broadcasts.
In just a few moments, we'll jump into the action, but while we wait, I'd like to tell our viewers about the loot they can receive by watching today. Available to everyone watching is the Spartan ship hull inspired by Halo, my personal favorite, gorgeous ship set. With the recently revealed Halo Infinite gameplay, what better way to show off your excitement by repping this out on the seas? Just link your Twitch and Sea of Thieves account together and watch for 30 minutes and the treasure is yours. Type !drops in chat for more info. And while this Halo set is beautiful, it's not nearly as elusive as the Obsidian cosmetics. We'll be giving out plenty of these incredibly rare in-game cosmetics today, including the Obsidian Capstan and Obsidian 6-pack. Just type !giveaway in chat to get the details on how to enter.
Also, you may want to pay close attention throughout the stream, as there will be a few keywords you want to snag to enter for additional loot opportunities. So, we have a tournament today, my friend. My friend Green Skull. How you doing today, my friend? You good?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped. I'm hyped to just get some Sea of Thieves casting out there. And yeah, first time for me today. I don't know if it's your first time casting or commentating some Sea of Thieves?
Yes, actually. I'd like to give a quick shout out to myself on screen right now. Green Skull subscribed for 1 month. Oh, it's gone. It was there, though. It was there. As a reminder, guys, you can absolutely subscribe in this channel. You know, there's a thing called Twitch Prime as well. We want to give a big shout out to everyone who threw this together. Like, look how amazing this looks. You know, we're just here reading. You know, we're doing our job. It's great. You know, it's, not to downplay Jeb and I's work here too much, but look at this. Just look what they've put together. Throw them some support, guys. Broadcast this out. Throw this out on Twitter. Throw this everywhere, because we're gonna have a tournament today.
We are indeed, and this is. We actually had some really close semifinals previously, where we actually had to determine whether or not teams are going to get here based on some gold. Silver. Wow. I want to say gold. I want to keep saying gold, but it's all about the silver. And you know, the Sea of Thieves meta has kind of changed a lot over the previous months, previous tournaments, where now it's just more beneficial to just smash opponents with those cannons. It's all about cannonballs, right, Green Skull?
Yeah, I'm mostly excited to see who does go for that chest, because it does seem like on a very high level play, it's almost ignored and even used as bait. People try to find those opportunities to kind of sneak it in here and there, but you know, the really hardcore crews will just be kind of wiping each other, throwing in a ton of cannonball shots. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah, early on, especially, I think we're just gonna see. I know we're used to seeing that whole, you know, getting the sails down, getting the anchor down, like it's getting up as soon as possible. And here we go. I think we've actually already started, or we're watching. We are watching the Moist Boys. We've actually already gone into the game, my friend, and they're popping off exactly like I said. Those long shots from so far away to try and get any hits. And actually, early on, you can
look
see
at those cannonballs.
Exactly who is hitting those long shots.
That's very impressive. You can always see right away again. Like, that's such a high level play. You'll honestly rarely see it if you go into the arena alone, but you'll know right away. If you get popped right away when a match starts like cannonballs, you know you're gonna have a time, because that's it's strategically very valuable, but just very difficult. Those long shots are very hard to make, and they literally learn the spots. As you can see, they're coming in and they're getting really close.
Especially as speed starts to pick up as well. You need to be hitting, you know, aiming way ahead. And already you can see they're aiming for the top where the cannons are, where the actual wheel is as well, to make sure they're not able to control their ship as well. They're going to have to get repairs, spend time on that. Just to note as well, Void Corsair, they're going to be on the blue. We got Moist Boys is going to be yellow. Back to Skull is going to be red. And then we've got the purple. If you're looking at the top right, top left-hand side, you will be able to see highlighted is the team's perspective as well as the player's name at the high end, at the top end of that left part as well. We've got Kaiser at the moment, who's on back to Scott. You can see running around with a cannonball in his hand at the moment, just picking which cannon. Maybe he's got a favorite cannon, Green Skull. I don't know. Maybe he just likes that cannon specifically.
I love the name Back to Skull. I didn't pick up on it until I set it up myself. I'm like, oh, I get it.
Well, just as we say that, they actually lose one of their front masts as well as Seth's, who's going to unfortunately go down. Needs to get a res. Obviously, that's a lot quicker if that happens. So then that's someone they're taking away from either repairing their ship or actually popping off shops to get extra points. So when you get kills, I feel like that's still such a really big important thing. You're taking away time, right? Of getting points. And
the whole res mechanic just changes everything. Like, it's probably one of the most drastic, I would say arguably the most drastic change to Sea of Thieves we may have ever seen. It absolutely changes every second-to-second gameplay, and all every mechanic, every strategy is basically changed around that. Because now you're going to be, if you're a smart attacker, you're going to be very aware that they're going to be going to revives. You almost want to kind of guard that revive as well.
Firebombing.
Indeed. I was just looking at the. There's actually a lot of firebomb usage here as well. Like, there's a lot more firebomb usage than I've already seen in past. I don't know if in past tournaments as well, but like using that strat to just pop some AoE, like fire damage burning onto these guys as well.
Ooh, these guys are going down quick. We're looking like some water's quickly filling up there.
Not good. Is it worth even patching that? You don't really want to bother, right? Because then you're sending people down to get that done. And at the moment, it's looking pretty good for Back to Skull. They are ahead right now.
Got another revive. Oh, and he's off. Can he catch it? Can he catch it? He'll catch it. He'll catch it. We always play a game we call Boat. Where when we're sailing around the seas in adventure mode, and we have a long way to go and we're kind of bored, we sword lunge off the front of the boat and then catch the ladder. And it's just something fun to do. You know, you throw variations of it, you jump off the mast and stuff, but it's actually a really good warm-up and practice for catching ladders. Because I notice if you take a break and come back, you'll start missing those ladders. If you're good at a ladder catch, you can do anything.
I'm with you there. I need to get better at that. It's the sword lunge speed with the whole ladder grab and then getting up there. And I'm watching past tournaments as well. Some of these teams, I'm just like, I need to get good, man. I need to get good. And I was watching you yesterday as well. I was like, I need to get better. I need to get better and good. And this needs to happen. See, look how many shots these guys are popping off here. Spin to win over in the distance. We've still got, actually, we've got all the other three teams very close together. But Back to Skull right now are really ahead by about 2 or 3K. But the thing is that, you know, a sync. And at the moment, with that mast down,
yeah, that hurts.
Should be on the cards.
They have a player down there. They have the mast down. Oh, the poop sheets just fell. That's not good. They are
just like
hurting
a
over
sled
here.
Now. They're kind of like a sled on the sea, right? It's only a matter of time.
There's a wakeboarding. They're getting kills though. So I just saw 2 kills pop up for red team there.
Apparently, Back to Skull don't need sales. That's just something, you know, the meta. Don't need sales.
Unnecessary.
It's fine. Yeah,
Back to Skull's just saying, we'll be down, just come fight us. We'll keep, look, they're just still, all their masts are down. They're still just, look, they're still just firing cannons off, getting hits. Their score continues to grow.
That's the priority, right? Like, making sure you're always in position to hit something, to hit someone. If you're getting hit more than you're hitting someone else, you need to move out the way. Or at least, like, think about some kind of anchor turn, some kind of sharp movement that's going to mean, like, replacement of cannons, repositioning, even a border to just get on there and cause some havoc. I don't know. I don't know whether we're not going to see much boarding anymore, to be fair, Green Skull, though.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how that plays out because, you know, that's still a very important, like, if you want to sink someone, that's still a pretty great way to do it. If you get that one person on board to just mess with them, to drop their anchor, like, that's still a tried and true method. And I do have chat open on the side here. Someone replied to me saying, anything, Green Skull, in response to, you can do anything if you can catch a ladder. I believe that, right? If you're really good at catching ladders and getting onto people's ships, you have the upper hand. You can be the most mediocre fighter, but if you just simply annoy them, and stay alive and drop their anchor and just keep them on edge, you're distracting them from what they have to do, which is repair, which is fight. So if these guys manage to get someone on board someone else, there's a pretty high chance right now that that ship's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Indeed. Yeah, I mean, it's just the ultimate. Oh, what a great shot to grab for the Moist Boys. Looking at their ship at the end, you can hear their comms at the moment as well. This is going to be the most English language speaking comms we're going to have, because this team is actually made up of 2 Hungarians. Kaderaf is from Norway, and we've got Mr. Festus, who's actually Swedish, I believe, as well. And the rest of the teams, we've got Back to Skull, who I believe are all French. We've got Spin to Win, who I also believe are all German, and then you've got Void Corsair, who actually I believe are Italian as well. I don't want 100% say that, because obviously
the seas are global. The global seas,
are global.
It brings us all together.
That's right, and it's sometimes you got that. I love that kind of sometimes that you know, when you watch football and you're watching the country, but it is very
we got a sink there. We got a Void Corsair just went down. Lost 1,000 points.
Red and blue are right on top of each other.
Not great
so
at the moment. Actually, we do have potentially the catch-up right now as well of Spin to Win, who aren't that far away, dude. We've only 1,500 silver behind. And of course, it doesn't, even if you come second, third, fourth, you still want to get that silver, right? Because if we get tied on points, it's all going to be on the silver. So it's so important to make sure you're still getting a good amount of silver per game, because
man, you cannot deny Back to Skull's shots. Every time we look at them, you guys just watch on the top right there, you'll see that little 40 come up when they hit a cannon shot, and they are just nailing some incredible. I mean, as I say that, we're watching Spin to Win just hit some amazing long balls. If you're able to do that, especially from a distance, like, you're such a threat in this game.
Look at that as well. I feel like that rock placement as well is some kind of strat to just give them some line of sight, just in case anyone is coming. Maybe they're just going past the rock, everyone. I know, but I'm a commentator. I want to put it in there. And, you know, you can see that purple.
It's a rock. It's exciting.
It is a rock. Rocks are exciting. I mean, you know, it's in a game. I don't know.
That's not a boulder.
Boulder, rock, I don't know, maybe chat can come up with a name. Maybe we can name the rock. Sponsor that rock today. Also subscribe to Sea of Champions, because that's something you can do. But we won't see much of the chest action today, right, Green Skull? Picking that chest up.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. I honestly would be quite excited to see some chest action. That would be very thrilling. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I mean, you know, the way things are going right now, how quickly these guys rack up 1,000 points. Is a chest worth it? Probably not. Exactly. But you never know.
That's the thing, like, you know, it is, you know, even picking it up, you get some silver, but it's just not worth, like, how many shots you're exactly right, how many shots you can pop off. If the chest was worth more silver, maybe, but you want to see these epic fights. Look at those.
Look at these three chain shots in a row. Nailed it.
Excellent.
Chain shots are absolutely deadly.
It's a mixture between those shots on the deck with the cannons and then the masts, so they can't pick up the masts as they fall. So it's going to take them even longer. And actually, we did see a sink there, I believe. That was the round. That was the round, dude. What? Was that the round?
What?
No.
I was gonna say.
I was like, what?
Oh
that
man,
gone so quickly? My God, everything went black for a very long time there, and I was like, wow, have we finished? And we were just so excited that's ended. No, we've still got a good 4 or 5 minutes left, people, and it's only just beginning. If you're just walking into the chat, welcome to the tournament. It's the Sea of Champions tournament for the month, and there's some awesome action right now on your screen. What happened just then, Green Skull?
Chaos is happening. Chaos is happening everywhere. You've got my mind on how excited we are to be offering Twitch drops right now, guys. If you type !drops in chat, you'll be able to see how to make sure your Twitch account is linked to Sea of Thieves and earn that sweet Halo Spartan hull. They're firing those the fireballs again, as you mentioned before. That shipwreck fires. It's so brutal. When you're dealing with everything, it's such a one more nuisance on top of another, right? When your ship is on fire, your mast is down. It's a scary time.
It is. Look at them. I mean, they are literally. I mean, they're probably.
Just
they're taking over as well.
This is brutal right now.
It really is.
This is not looking
want to get
good.
those repairs. But there's so much damage as well happening as they're doing hitting the places where they know they're going to be repairing right now, and they can't get anything on. I'm wondering whether or not they've got a lot of holes in that second deck. He's got that one repair. That's nice. That's going to give him a little bit of break. Of course, don't forget they would have already sorted out all their cannonballs into the top barrel. They would have obviously, you know, gotten fooded up and know all their supplies. We didn't see that much at the beginning. Obviously, it's anchor, get those sails down, and then start getting those supplies and start popping off shots. But you might even see him grabbing supplies before and even popping off shots at long range. But here we go, some nice shots from Void Corsair, who are going to be blue today, and it's doing a great
tons
job,
of great hits from Corsair.
Dude, look how close this is. This is
I know.
immense. We've got a 1.5K silver game, and all 4 teams are literally in reach of each other right now. Guys, this is the first round of the tournament.
Back to Skull, which we were saying this whole time, we just have this great lead and everyone else has to catch up, are now in 3rd place. They're in 3rd place, and it looks like we have a pretty relatively drastic lead here by Spin to win, but as I say that, you have Void Corsair hitting more and more cannibal shots and catching up pretty quick.
They need to get into a place, mate. They really do, where they can actually pop off a ton more shots, because I think they've just backed out for a moment to repair, get back up, even just have a little bit of a coconut. You know, I mean, if you're going to do it, right, do it right now while you're repairing. Why not? But as he gets that full HP and then finishes those repairs, you want to be hoping that upstairs there is going to be some shots being popped off from afar, hopefully. But we do see how close is it. Purple right now, obviously going to be Spin to win. They're popping off a ton of shots. I'm not sure if we've got the angle there for Spin to win. I think they're just getting hit, dude.
Hier rot ist jetzt eigentlich perfekt da.
They're really going. I don't know. They're still getting some hits here. They do have a bit of a lead, but you definitely have Void Corsair creeping up. Oh, that's gonna help them though. Oh, these are really gonna help them here. They just hit a ton of cannonball shots to give them that boost they need right now. It looks like they are still hitting cannonball shots as Back to Skull's masks fall there. 2 masks down. They are hurt. Back to Skull is just getting... Their masks are falling left, right, and center here.
They got spun as well. That makes me think like how there might have been maybe an error in communication of who to actually focus on. I'm not too sure, but unfortunately they looks like they got spun in a really horrible position. So you saw Spin to win just go right across the front of the ship. We're able to just, you know, smash cannonballs just into the front of them wherever to just get pure points right now. You've got Purple
Back
as well,
to Skull saying, this is fine. This is fine right now. This is fine. Things are on fire. There's a hole in every feasible place on the ship. Oh, we have a collision.
Speed. Spin to win, do not care. They want to win this round with the ram. Do you get
We're gonna see some boarding. What's gonna happen
here? Kills. But look at that! Look at the kills onto their players as well. They have to be so careful. They get the silver. I believe they do win that round as well. Spin to win with the ramming speed at the end. I love it.
There we go.
I love it, dude. That's my team.
That's my first team place right there. Spin to win with silver. Flaming Jackal, the Back to Skull, the early champions there, falling to 3rd place. So, you hate to see it, but I blame their masks, man. They need to hire someone to really reinforce those masks, because those things were falling.
Indeed. Round complete, everyone. That is the battle concluded. Let's have a look at that round. See what happened exactly. And maybe have a little bit of a chatter as well. First place, we look at that calculating screen.
That's beautiful, beautiful. I noticed here in chat we have a hype train going. Everyone, we appreciate your support. The team put a lot of work into all these visuals into this production. If you guys got a Twitch Prime sub, what a time to use it. And right now, among the first subscribers, you guys get that little first symbol I notice people have been claiming up before they're gone. There's only ever one chance to get that. Always appreciate your support. So they're calculating on the back end here. Here it comes. I'm seeing something coming in.
It's going to be Spin to win, who gets 7,340 silver. Void Corsair going to be 2nd. Back to Skull with 3rd. And 4th place is going to be Moist Boys. Spin to win. They're going to be your ramming team. Are they going to be ramming their way all the way to the win in this tournament? It feels like they're a pretty aggressive team right now, actually. Back to Skull. Moist Boys, Void Corsair doing a fantastic job in that round. But it's difficult to really base the tournament off of the first round, right? I mean, you know,
absolutely, right? How many more masks will fall? Could be many masks, right? We could never see masks up again. We don't know. I want to see some boarding action. I was really excited. Obviously, it's an end game, so they went for those final kind of push into each other. I want to see more up close and personal action. I want to see getting in there. I'm excited about that. But it's very clear, again, you'll start noticing, especially after one round, the teams are going to be warmed up. Anyone's game at this point, and it's not like there's drastic differences in these points, especially with how quickly a full team firing 4 cannons at once can rack up thousands of points. Anyone's game.
Exactly. You're hitting all those shots again, what, like 400 off with the 10 cannonballs. It's a lot of points. So synchronicity, making sure even that person isn't spending too much on time on the wheel, making sure they've got their course plotted, making sure they've got someone obviously bucking. You know, you've got the patcher down below. Those roles so defined. But yeah, we are going to be going into the next round 2. What do you think we really need to sit? I mean, is it again because it's so early as well? Was there anything specific there you saw you felt was being done well by any of the teams? I mean, we saw those early long shots by Back to Skull, of course.
Yeah, the early long shots are always a good signifier, but then we were really seeing those chain shots. We saw that one volley there of just hitting 3 chain shots in a row. And it's very clear from that last round, based on someone who was in the lead falling quickly, and also being the team that we kept pointing out had their sails down. Honestly, that might be a good signifier. If you look around the map when the guys are looking around or are manning their ships and you see some mass falling, not a good sign. The amount of effort it takes to hoist those sails, to repair that, right? It's a team effort to do that as you're getting hit, as you're potentially on fire. So if you see a sail fall, those guys are in trouble. So maybe people will be keeping more of their distance. I'm curious to see how they're going to react to that.
Just when you say, I'm just thinking about the impending doom. I'm on fire. The mast's fallen down. I've got to shoot some cannons. There's water in my boat. I've got some wood in my hand, and I need to eat a coconut. That is a lot of work to do.
We were seeing, I believe it was the bottom of a Back to Skull, the last one, where they were in the bottom. It was full of water, and while repairing, they still kept getting hit with cannonballs and just couldn't repair. That's impressive cannon shots from the other teams there. Look at this, the quick spin here. I'm curious about these movements here. They're really lining up for those early cannon shots and just actually hitting them. Already 240 points for Spin to Win, who are now on purple. So Void Corsair on green, Moist Boys on yellow, Back to Skull once again on red, but Spin to Win on purple.
So look, it's like I'm listening to you, and then I'm listening to the beat of the cannons hitting this deck and hitting the side of this ship. And just like Back to Skull, the beats, they're good. And liking and more fire. There is so much fire going on. Yeah, it does mean that they have to get off the cannons. If they're not able to kill them, they have to get off the cannons and eat and even grab food, because it takes time away from those cannons. So you really want to hit those cannons, even someone just aiming specifically at that deck and even the wheel, like I was saying before. But there is one thing to really note, and we'll talk about more of the teams as we go on today, but Moist Boys have probably the most experienced team today in this tournament. Previously, some of their members been in Fortune and Fire, of Legends and Lost Tales, which is one of the sloop events we had, and the Rare Request. They probably got the most experience in Sea of Champions. So they're really looking for a win, because they've come second. No matter who has been in this team has come second or lower in these tournaments. So they're looking for those sales, dude. How good are those sales?
Yeah, I'm really excited about those custom sales. Yeah, we're talking about some of the rarest items in the entire Sea of Thieves, being the winner sales here, the Sea of Champions sales. If you rep those proudly around the sea, no one will mess with you. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, if they know where you get them from, they're like, "Yep, no, I'm good. I'm good for some PvP action today. If I'm going to go for some hunters, cool."
Speaking of sales, we got one dropping already, as Blue is taking hits despite getting a ton of hits. That's Void Corsair. Look at those sails dropping. Look at those shots. I'm impressed whenever I see those long ball shots, because you know how hard it is. Like, it's funny when you watch it and you watch a stream, and especially watch high level players like this, like, oh yeah, you kind of just aim up and shoot a cannonball. It is so difficult to hit a long ball shot. I cannot tell you. It's so hard.
It's even with the chain shot, right? Because it's so heavy, you have to aim even higher. So you have to adjust for that. Like being able to get that chain shot from longer distance as well is probably one of the most.
No. You're gonna be in the broadside.
Very close game here, with the exception of Moist Boys on yellow.
This is not a good position for them to be in at all. Look, they're just coming across the front of their ship. They're not able to do a single thing. They need to at least turn. They're trying to repair as well. Have they got from behind as well? We've got fire.
I'm trying, but the wheel is broke too.
Blimey.
Yeah, the wheel's broken. They keep trying to repair it, and the wheel keeps breaking.
They're stuck in the middle here, Green Skull. They need to get out of here. I would just, get those sound down, get some wind, and just move. Haul it. Move away. Look at how many shots are coming across.
Terrifying.
From this green ship right now. I need to just update
Green's
myself.
sitting very pretty. They are
like,
they are not very
they're
pinched right now.
continuously
They're
losing this.
looking pretty good. They've got a ton of points. Here's to see where this goes.
I mean, back to Skull again are taking an early lead, my friend. And
Yeah.
will
Can they hold it?
be
Maybe.
able to
What have they
hold it this
learned?
time? Ooh, maybe they've learned. Maybe could it have been maybe a little bit too much confidence, like getting that lead and then just really just getting in there too hard and then putting themselves in an awkward position. Maybe when they've got that lead, they can kind of skirt around the fight a little bit more. They haven't got a massive lead right now. It's only about 600-700 points starting to really accumulate now as they get a kill as well. Fantastic job. That's really good. They can close in on that ship knowing that they're going to be one man is going to be potentially respawning. Rezzing as well. Look at the way they're positioning themselves around the back of the boat. They haven't got a shot yet. They're going to be able to pop them off now. But getting that mast up as well. I mean, they have not... The Moist Boys, as I said before, probably the most experienced team in this tournament are getting wrecked at the moment. Literally.
Oh, that was an angle we had there. That was a great shot we just saw there. It's trying to repair the mast. This is what we're talking about, right? Like, it's a team effort to repair the mast. And if someone's shooting you, these other teams are aware that you're repairing the mast. These other teams are aware that you're condensed. And if they shoot that area, they're going to probably hit some people and get some bonus points.
Yeah, I think Chromagon, who is one of our amazing workers here, like producing some of this stuff, just comes in with the amazing camera shot and the flying of the player just out of the side of the screen. It was absolutely hilarious. More comedy gold like that, please. That would be very much appreciated. As well as just an epic play as well. Like when you know you've got that kill of the player up by the wheel, just spamming even a few more cannon shots on the area of where that person is trying to res, getting another kill and just snowballing kills. So there's nobody to res. So there's nobody to pull up mast. There's nobody to pull down those sails. Even just, supply the ship, get cannon shots out. It's such a good way to win.
You just need to shoot.
These long-range shot. It's crazy when you see these just multiple cannons from each ship shooting volleys at each other and just them, blackening out the sun with the cannonballs.
I like that. That's great. Whoa, a nice one there.
I'm dead.
Oh. There we go. Moist Boys really having a tough time right now. And then you have a half-naked golden character reviving him.
Be ready to get on the wheel or just
What you love to see on the CSEs.
I'm gonna try to get them.
That's one of your favorite things to see.
You love to see it.
Naked golden god rezzing you. That's awesome. At least it
Do I see the light? What is it? It's shiny.
Kill one.
It's just gold. All gold. Here we go, repairing the wheel as well.
Cane shot there. Ooh, a lot of wheel repairs happen in this round. And mass again.
Has anyone got a wheel that's actually intact right now? We need to have an analysis of the ships at the end and just look at them. And just be like, yeah, this was blue. Kind of, I guess. The color is there still somewhere. Trying to get that res off. Gets it, and now we do see, of course, Void Corsair in a bit of trouble. They do have at least one of their masts down, I believe, two. And I feel like Moist Boys might be able to come back in here. They've got the repairs done. We've just got a little bit of war at the bottom. That's not too bad. They can use some of that on fires just in case that happens, because we have seen a ton of fire bombs coming out onto these ships today as well.
Yeah, lots of fire, which is incredibly valuable. Just these special balls in general, using something different to just mess with them. If you get their mass down, it's all about stacking those effects, right? You get their mass down, you get them filling with water, you got fire. The more they have, the less of a threat they are. They don't have the manpower to fight back. I mean, I say that, but these teams have actually been very, very good at being, despite being literally a raft, just sitting there with all their sails down and still nailing their cannon shots. Like that's how you identify a good player. Because my team would just be running around screaming with like chickens with their heads cut off.
Yeah, that's it, right? I mean, you're just like, where do I go? What do I do? I don't remember where I am, and am I playing something else? Like, you just completely lose it. Like, you need to be, your communication needs to be on. You need to be like what you're doing, where you are.
That just get double kill with a cannonball. Like, incredible hit.
Ja, dann hol die anderen.
That was
Double kill.
And that's what I'm talking about. Was that both players at the same time, or was that while he was rezzing? Who cares? They got the double kill, and he can't res. He can't even go up
Back
there and
to
res
Skull.
because they're still railing.
Yeah, keeping that lead though. Look at them. They're flying up there, continuing, and this ship is hurting over there. They've just got. They're making sure they have someone in cannons. Look, they're all as a whole team. They are running down, refilling cannonballs, going back to cannons because they know these guys are dead in the water, and we have a sink. Back to win, spin to win, rather, is just sunk. So there you go. They just unloaded on him. That was at the back to win. Hopefully they're back to win, back to Skull, taking them out. Look at their points. They just sunk that essentially single-handedly there. It looks like we have another one. Moist Boys. Just nailing Void Corsair here.
They need to get some placement here in this round as well. If they can possibly get as many shots as they can, and there's been spamming those.
I'm dead too. Fuck it.
But
Just what you said before, right?
Exactly.
Someone reviving someone, just hit them. Like you try to identify that. I mean, that even needs to know, right? These guys are good enough. Once you understand where people will be kind of hanging out, you see two souls floating to the heavens there. They are not being rezzed. This is they are hurting over here, and we have another mass falling on the Moist Boys.
No. They're not even.
Blue team here, Void Corsair, getting some points.
No one's there.
No,
no one's alive.
That is a deadly situation to be in.
All right.
Oh, there we go. We got someone at least.
They're gonna scuttle. Here we go. This is why we do it. There's no point.
Some great communication here, everybody. Some great communication.
This is the thing, right? You can see as well. They're talking about it. The frustration. She knows that they're in a position now where they need to they're sculling the ship. Then I think they're doing it. Obviously, they're doing it for the reason of not to get farmed on points there as well. Because sometimes it's just better to do that. Skull the ship. Don't get farmed on points. And then just come back fresh ship, no holes.
Look how close they are to this. Look how close they are to this this chest here. Look, you just see them looking at it like, maybe?
Go on, do it.
They don't.
I just one. It's thinking about no.
I just want someone to touch it. Just like dig it, because you could also. It is worth, I believe, 150 points for just digging it up.
Yeah.
So if you had one person on land just touching it, that could make the difference. In games like this, though,
shots, I guess.
I don't know if you're gonna catch up to back to Skull.
It's pretty useless, but yeah, it's just for fun, chat. It's okay. Don't worry. We know what the crack is. Okay, we're informed. It's all good. We play this game. It's just fun to see sometimes.
We want to throw a wrench in there. You know, we're excited about the possibility.
But of course, this is what Sea of Thieves is all about. And Back to Skull have held that lead. They've skirted on the edge of these fights, and now they're going in for the kill. And it looks like they're going in for the kill on Void Corsair. If we can see what's going on, because there's so much cannon fire with all that smoke and debris coming out. And actually, Void Corsair are getting a ton of points back. Back to Skull don't want to let them farm them too hard. They're in second place. They've actually decreased that lead, but they need to get down there and get some of that water out of that ship.
Should be noted that Kata Wrath was actually got a just absolutely nil. Kata Wrath in no worries. Kata Wrath and I was in the Battle of London as a substitute. I believe I came third place. Kata Wrath took the win there. So on one hand, I'm familiar with Kata and I want Kata to win. But on the other hand, you beat me. So you know.
Oh, so I see. So some competitiveness even in the caster range of things as well. That's absolutely healthy. That's okay. And hopefully maybe we'll see them actually come back, because they've had that problem. Maybe they just need this game to just recuperate, get themselves back together, and just pop off some shots and get some plays. This tournament is still early days. This is the second round of this 7-round tournament. Of course, that's been expanded because rounds are 15 minutes now instead of I think it was believed 24 or 25 before. I think if someone might want to correct me.
You see,
Purple is behind
more
us.
rounds.
We have cannons on green.
More action,
Huge
more
lead.
points.
We're back to Skull, nearly at 10,000 points, which is pretty significant.
Yep.
We got a couple masks here falling, but that is a way. In 2 minutes, I don't know if it's possible for anybody to get there.
I don't have that information.
You need a significant amount of
happen.
sinks. You need a significant amount of ganging up on them as well, and they can just sail away. And I'm sorry, that's an old song. And I'm such a nerd. And, whoa, look at, I'm just, how did these guys get these shots, these long shots, so precise? Just astounds me. Like, how many shots did he just take, like, on that wheel? I know the wheel AL'd some of that damage, but there was like 2 or 3 shots there jumping on the cannon, then there's more damage, and just changes up. Like, even that split-second timing of I've set the wheel, now I need to move to one of these positions. It's just the timing is everything. Every single cannon hit matters.
Yeah, we got notice here for the more familiar players that the team's actually pre-scuttle. So we'll have 3 players vote yes to scuttle, so that one person is the designated scuttler. If they know they're going to sink and they're going to get farmed, or they're just really, they don't want someone to farm them and get a ton of points, that last person will be the deciding vote to scuttle, which is a fantastic strategy. They'll lose 1,000 points, but they won't give someone potentially more than 1,000.
Yeah, exactly. It's important. That's what that scuttle is indeed. Well, used for in the competitive side of things as well. And I'm glad that they've got that opportunity to do that, because it just means that they can keep some of that morale and just, even though they lose 1,000 points, they can easily get that back. They get into a great position. Unfortunately, it does mean that they might get placed really far out of the battle, so they will have to get back in there. So it's the timing as well, but you don't want to give them so many points, and that's what all that scaling is all about. And there we go.
There it is.
Boom. End of the round. That was 10,500 silver.
Had to throw the half in there just to really hit it home.
I mean, yeah, you got to put the 500 in there, right? I mean, the silver. That's what it's all about. There's so much going on. These games feel like they go so quickly.
There's a lot happening. They're like, I would be terrified to even be in the presence of a battle like this on the sea. You keep your distance.
That is going to be round 2 complete. Battle has concluded, and we will be calculating the score. Love this screen. It gives me, I just love all the artwork and everything.
Oh, it's fantastic. One more reminder for you guys. We saw last time we shouted it out to subscribe with Twitch Prime or toss these guys a sub for all the crazy amounts of work that goes into production like this. 14 of you toss a subscription to this channel. You're supporting this amazing team here. So if you guys got a free Twitch Prime sub hanging around, beautiful time to use it. Calculating.
Indeed.
I think we got a tease there.
We did get to. It's
very excited to see where this goes.
Just like they're so excited as well. They're just like, okay, we want them to know, but we're just gonna leave them on the edge of their seats. Back to Skull, who were the early leaders in that round, gonna be bringing home 10,590 silver. Void Corsair second, Spin to Win third, Moist Boys in that 4th place position. And maybe if you're doing math
these positions, chat, we'd love for you guys to throw into chat. Even just throw a number. How about this? I'm curious what everyone thinks. And maybe you guys haven't spoken up in chat yet and you want to be part of the community, you want to interact right now. Place your votes who you think is going to take it all at the end of this. 1, press number 1 for Void Corsair. 2 for Moist Boys. 3 for Back to Skull. And 4 for Spin to Win. What number do you think will win?
It's
cast your vote.
Cast your vote. 16, yes. 33. Is that a lot for the third team?
42.
Many times. Or you can say who your favorite team is. A lot of threes,
a lot of votes for Back to Skull coming in here. Looks like we have a fan favorite.
I mean, Back to Skull need to be taken down. If I was these 3 teams, I'd almost in a way, you might be DMing. I don't know. Or some communication pre. I don't know how much that's allowed. Just saying, guys, we need to go for these. We need to, even in the game, open chat, let's team up. We can't let these guys get this lead. I mean, that's a lot of silver. So even if we get a tie later on, that's 10,500 silver. You don't see much more than 12 or 13k in a lot of these tournaments per team. They need to be taken down a peg or 2 by one of these teams here today as well. And I think we've definitely got the potential to see that, but they mastered it in that game. They got really involved, and then they started to skirt the fight a little bit more and be a little bit more cautious, learning very quickly from that first round.
I'd like to see next round is someone get loaded out with the good boy ship I don't know if you've ever been blessed with the good boy. It is a rare ship that you can get in the arena, completely randomly, that is a white themed ship with a dog on it, and it has special sound effects even. I think I've had it once or twice, but you never really notice it right away, and then you're like, I'm on the good boy. Chat, let me know if you've ever had the chance, the opportunity, the absolute pleasure, the honor to sail the good boy. I would be very excited to see that happen on the seas today. It's a very rare occurrence, but it can happen.
That has never happened to me.
Yeah, the good boy.
What kind of a dog is that?
So it's a shout out to the dog that frequents Rare Studios. Is this adorable dog? What's the name of that dog? It's slipping my mind. I actually got to meet that dog when I visited Rare last. It has such a look to that animal that he's just the cutest thing. Kato, thank you, chat. Kato is what a dog. Just the funniest little animal. But yeah, apparently it's a shout out to him. So it looks like things are starting up again here.
And we do have the point score, I believe, on the top left-hand corner as well of points. I mean, someone probably can just confirm that, just in case I'm a little bit incorrect and that's something else. But if that is anything to go by right now, things are pretty close. So again, silver is going to be something we have a look at. And if I even go back to the previous semi-final, it was all about silver as well, I do believe. We had three teams one team needed to go through from the second bracket, and they were all drawing on 14 points. And we actually had, I believe it was Spin to Win, who went through on silver with Back to Skull in that bracket. It was a very close bracket previous weekend, leading up to this tournament as well. And I feel like this is going to be tight. This is going to be tight at the end, my friend.
Yeah, check that out. You are correct that the top left is our tally. So that is looking like a close thing. And also confirmation of the teams this time. Mark them down, write them down, keep these in your head. Back to Skull on blue, Moist Boys on green, Spin to Win on yellow, and Void Corsair on purple. I'm happy about that because I was going to make a comment before that when I think of Void, I think of purple. That might be because Destiny or something, but you know, the Void, it's like darkness. I'm like, yeah, you know what? That lines up to me. I'm cool with that.
It does indeed. It does make a lot of sense. And actually, you've got, I do believe one of the teams looks like they're fast approaching. I think, you know, we saw Back to Skull, I think in the previous round as well, tries to get more out of that like kind of central position early on to try and get into a place where they weren't getting hit by two ships at the same time. Actually, a lot of great shots coming out from Void right there as well. Moist Boys are really the team we want to see coming back into this tournament in this third round. It's still early days. It's still all to play for. Indeed, absolutely. If you can see in the top left-hand corner where we were talking about before with those scores, everything is on the line right now. These headphones, these sails. Who in chat wants those sails? I'm pretty sure every single person of them, the people have got them already, want those sails. And now
the reality of Sea of Thieves, right? Like that's what you're grinding for. You're grinding for those cosmetics. You want to look fancy. You want to look different on the seas, and to have essentially a one-of-a-kind sail set. Woo!
It's important.
You want it.
It's important.
You love to see it. Ooh, my favorite bucket here too. My the obsidian bucket, which by the way, they're doing a giveaway for obsidian items, guys, as well as obsidian capstans, obsidian 6-pack. It's popping up in chat all over there, so be sure to click on that, enter the contest. Also, we're offering drops right now. If you watch for 30 minutes and your Twitch account is connected to Sea of Thieves, you can get the Halo-themed Spartan Hull. And the whole Halo set is just, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It makes my inner fanboy weep.
Yeah, I was going to say, I literally did that before the stream. I was like, I'm going to go watch someone. I need to get that hull first, and then I'm going to start my day. That's absolutely fine. Tons of damage coming out as well. Void Corsair they want to hold that lead for as long as possible. We do have Back to Skull on the third position at the moment. Everything is so close. Oh no, we're seeing this.
Back to Skull hurt.
Need to get those. They're not too bad down there. It looked a lot worse because he was underwater. It always looks so dramatic when they're underwater. It's
But
like,
they
I'm
are on
underwater.
bottom right now. Back to Skull is, in fact, in last place right now. Not that it means much. It is close this very early on. But you know, it's the reality of a contest like this with Sea of Thieves, right, where mere amounts of silver can change everything. You will find people targeting person in first because they know that if one person gets too far ahead over various rounds, they can't be defeated, right? Like, it's very hard to come back from that. So, just absolutely nailed through the deck there.
Just like, nope, you're not chomping on that coconut. No idea. No way that's happening. Really important kill there. More hits coming out for the Moist boys. Spin to win there as well. Nice amount of shots. Oh, here we go. If they can get the position here, I'm not sure why they're turning. They could have kept going forward there, maybe even just got some shots off themselves, but they've actually lined themselves right up the backside of Moist Boys, and I feel like that could have been a little bit interesting position there for them. Are they trying to predict maybe where they're going to be going? There you go, they start to turn. That's what I thought they were going to do. Now they're going to be able to get some really free, easy shots off onto this green team who are going to be the Moist Boys. They need to get themselves in a bit of a better position here. They did have time to spin. But maybe, you know, maybe they had a few kills there and I didn't actually notice, unfortunately. And everything is, they've got a lot of repairs to do, my friend.
Yeah, look at this. You have 3 of them sitting around repairing one mast. If a cannonball came in there, they'd be toast.
But like in terms
it's a
of
very dangerous position to be in, to be grouping up together. They're fixing their mast here. We're watching the Moist Boys really keeping it together. Yeah, I mean, you've seen that happen throughout this match, even more than I expected to. They are headed right for a rock.
Right?
That's why
the Moist Boys are they gonna hit the rock? Oh, and they hit the rock. Titanic style. Play them out. Whip out your instruments, everybody.
I mean, at the moment, it's still definitely in this as well. It's very close. And they're out of the fight, and I feel like they're just trying to get it, pull it back together, get those repairs, get supplied back up again, get out there. Even if they just spent a little tiny bit of time, even repairing it doesn't matter. If they're way out of position to not get cannon shots, it's okay right now. They need to get themselves back in there. And now we can actually see a ton of damage coming out from Void. Getting those long shots, they just need to readjust masts down as well. And we've got some harpoon action.
Two teams here dealing with rocks. The rocks are really giving them a time around here. Whether they're using it to their advantage or they're running into them, they are clearly a very real obstacle.
They are around here. I mean, they're using this as spinning around, getting some momentum as they get those sails going. They get that wind into their sails. They're going to be moving forward pretty damn fast and catapulting themselves back into this battle. I've not seen one person. I don't think I've seen one person launch themselves to try and get some interruption here in terms of repairing and whatnot. I would love to see that. Whether or not it's viable, again, that's something else to think about and talk about maybe. But is it? Like, that's the thing. I mean, also, a really important point you mentioned before was all of that stacking on those, around those masts and everything else. I mean, you can only really do that if you're out of the fight, right? Because otherwise, like you said, boom, 3 players down, and you're pretty much going to be scuttling quite soon after that, most likely.
We've seen that tons this match, right? Someone reviving someone and then them both dying. Like, we've already seen that at least twice. We've seen that with the mast. We've seen that with the wheel. We're seeing just everything. People are really nailing those shots. We've seen some fireballs going out. There's gorgeous shots here coming out of Moist Boys.
I cannot really keep.
Maybe this was their comeback. Look at this. They're nailing shots.
I can barely see the shit.
Oh, another rock.
The amount of shots. The rocks are definitely the MVP of this round, I feel like.
I see that.
There's the good old rock Lauren. I don't know, just in place there. Don't know why I picked that name. That's a bit random. Really good chain shots. Trying to slow them
down.
There goes
shots.
that
Oh, they're nailing chain shots. Back to Skull, showing they're not out of this yet. They're surprisingly in last place right now. Coming from a hot first place finish. The other teams will be excited about that. Oh!
But I'm almost dead.
There's a bunch of shifting in the scoreboard right now. Spin to win, taking first place.
Well, we have 2 masts down.
Need to be very careful. Moist Boys have actually caught up a lot.
We're taking a lot of water.
They might sink here. Whoa, second level. Here we go. They need to just fucking get out of here. They're going to sink otherwise. Are they just even going to is it even worth sculling there?
We
Maybe.
have
No,
very
they've
little
got. Look
speed
at that.
because our
The
masts are
bucket.
down.
They've come together.
Yeah, we're
Looks
getting
like
it.
they may
Get the mast
have
down.
actually brought their communication back on track. They're starting to get those masts back up as well. They've got into a position where they're not getting hit anymore as well. Either that or there's some other action going around. Moist Boys have really picked it up. Literally, sorry, here, the mast and their communication maybe as well. But that was a really, really good comeback there for them.
Absolutely. Maybe spin to back to Skull here. Finally getting some points to up their score here. They're pretty significantly down, but if they keep hitting these points, which they are, they're hitting those cannonballs, 40 points, 40 silver for every cannonball hit. They are quickly inching back up there. Look at this. That's maybe they're not out of it yet.
Dude, this is so tight.
Closest
Literally
game yet. Yeah, I was about to say that. Closest game we've seen yet.
between the last place and the first place. We've still got 6 minutes left. Spin to win. Mast down right now. Taking off the cannon. Needs to make. Oh, they've still got 2 up. In all honesty,
They just sunk. They just sunk.
Oh no! Yes, sorry, my bad. I didn't even see that. I was just
Dance it
like,
out. Dance it out.
what's he doing?
In the win.
Wants
Yeah,
to
I
make
saw.
sure
I saw
they
the
don't
minus
go down
1,000
the
there.
ship.
When you sink, you lose 1,000 points. So it's interesting in this case when those volleys earn so many points is that in this high level play that they honestly don't seem to value a sink that heavily. It doesn't seem as devastating for teams like this that they know they can really get that 1,000 back. But that did give a pretty good lead to Void Corsair.
It did indeed, 1,000, but that's the sink, at least. That's the sink there. So if they do go down, they will be straight back down into that second, just about second slot by like 50, 60 points or so.
right now.
The good thing is now for
shit,
that
they
team is that they
harpooned.
have a fresh ship.
Yeah,
They've
that's
got
bad.
fresh supplies. I don't know how their
They harpooned
cannonball
around it.
situation
Smart
is.
asses.
I know in previous tournaments we've watched, we've actually seen,
We're just gonna have to
people
bump off of
launching
their,
themselves
of their
across
ship.
the
I'm
ship.
about
Look at
dead.
this, we've got some ramming speed coming out from the Moist
Oh,
Boys.
ramming
All they want
speed!
to do, again,
shit,
to
this
go
is
for the
bad.
ram. Are they going to send someone over
I
there
don't
for
have
the
any blunder
kills as
bombs.
well? But as they ride it up against the ship,
Look
they're
at
not able
this.
to use their cannons, mate.
Captain! There's a ship! Captain!
Was that a good tag? Oh, they were in
Okay, so
second.
you go under.
Maybe it was. They were in second
chaos.
position.
We're going into
Oh,
yellow's
no,
broadside
sorry,
too.
no, not at all. That was the wrong team. My bad. Moist Boys,
Blue
I
did
think it's
that-
the previous
did that
round
really
getting
well.
keen
They
there.
screwed
Moist
us
Boys
over.
are actually trying to get out of dodge
I
here.
don't even
Although
have
they're
the full level.
only
Getting
900
shot from
points
all
behind. The leads keep changing quite quickly
Shot
as
from
well.
all
They need to
directions
eat
again.
food though.
Without a doubt, the closest
Right now.
game we've seen. Look how close. Look at these scores, guys. Look on the top right of your screen there. This is insanely close. And back to Skull, last round's winner,
I need to
are
bucket up
now
with the wheel because that is on
varying
fire.
between
I
second
cannot
and
steer
third
before
place.
that.
Okay.
I was gonna say he can't steer, but I don't think he's gonna move anywhere. I think on the masts are down, aren't they? Yeah. Oh no, one's up the back. That's not gonna make much difference
race mid
though.
when
Yeah,
you
let's
can.
But yeah.
get some points.
And the wheel is broken as well. This ship is absolutely gone. And Void Corsair starting to go into the lead only by 1,000 points. There is 4 minutes left, Green Skull. What do we need to see right now for any of this? I feel like we need some sinks. We just need as many hits as we can possibly get. We need to see some of these kills coming out onto the guys who are potentially going to be rezzing as well. The
Void
action is
Corsair
fast
here has it
and furious.
locked in. They're nailing a bunch of shots here as their score increases drastically. That's what we're gonna need to see, right? We're gonna need to see these massive volleys where the whole team gets on the side, which is exactly what Void's doing.
And Spinterwin actually came back with their own as well. They're on 5k. There was that 1,000-point lead, but now it is actually, they've actually just gone a little bit further ahead than that 1,000-point lead. But I want to see someone be so aggressive right now and just go into Void. I want to see, I think Moist Boy, I don't know. I just want to see that. I want to see that ramming speed again, dude. I'm hyped for that. Get in the correct situation, just get someone on there. Just destroy the whole team and start farming those points. Of course, they could skull, you never know, but it's just, I like a good ramming speed moment. Who doesn't?
Loved ramming. I'm glad we've seen that at least twice now. Very exciting to see. You love to see it. That's what that's what the front of the ship's for. Ship terms, guys. What's the quiz? I know the answer, but what's the spiky thing off the front of the ship called? You got
The
this,
spiky
chat.
thing.
I swear I know the answer.
You mean the bow?
Not the bow. No. Like the
Oh,
specific.
you mean the actual thing?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't know. the rhyming speed thing. Which is what I'm gonna call that.
Yeah, the Bowsprit.
Oh, it's not called the ramming speed thing? Okay, alright.
The ramming speed thing. Yeah, I knew that.
That's
good. Thanks for getting it right, chat.
the RST. There you go. I think we can come up with a Sea of Champions name for that, for sure. There must be a special Sea of
did you see his
Champions name.
He just quickly looked at his menu. He had 16 million gold, it looked like. That's holy moly. You can buy the whole world.
Look at Void Corsair. Yeah, pretty much. Void Corsair are now almost 2,500 points ahead. We've only got 1 minute left this round. There is no way they're getting caught up right now. And dude, these leads, these rounds are being taken by different teams. It's an amazingly close tournament. If you've got any friends, get them into Twitch. You probably have, even in Discord. I don't care. If you haven't, you're lying. Get them here. Get your nan. Get your dog. Get your dog's son. Get your, next door neighbor, the postman, the person who delivers your newspaper. Because the Sea of Champions tournament right now, there is everything to play for. And there is everything
call the
to
milkman,
with those
call your dad. They might be the same person, but call them.
I didn't go there, chat. All right, I didn't go there. Green Skull did it. Green Skull did it. Wait for those results to come in. End of that round. I'm not even sure what round we're on now. We're on round 3, right? We're just done. The action's thick. The action is fast.
Man, the action's so crazy. This is like the equivalent of 2020 right here, right? Time is gone. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. It's just, I'm glued. I'm glued to the action.
Oh no. Are you sure you want to compare?
I don't think I want to do that. This is a sweet release for us. Here we go. We have Void Corsair rocking first place. Spin to win in second. Back to Skull in third and Moist Boys in fourth. Didn't break 10,000 Void there, but had a pretty good lead where we've seen a lot of this. It's sure seeming like the first place takes it away and there's a battle for second, third, and even fourth.
Yeah, it's definitely close for second, third, and fourth, but Void just span away, literally went into the Void there. We're just a league beyond getting that extra 2 or 3k points in the end, almost 3k. My math is good.
If you guys want to take part yourselves and learn more about competitions like this, head on over to seaofchampions.com. They do amazing work here. I want to remind everyone that this is a great team that puts this all together. seaofchampions.com. Register to play yourselves, and maybe you too could win some sales and some beautiful headsets sometime.
Exclamation mark giveaway as well. Keywords will be part of the broadcast today. Go and have a look in there. Check during maybe the nudge, nudge, wink, wink. The old standby screen. I don't know when we might be in that screen to have a look for those keywords. Could be any kind of time.
Yeah, we got a keyword apparently though. We're just gonna share that. We're gonna share that keyword. I think we are. Waiting for confirmation to share. Get your pens and papers ready.
It's RNG. We know what that is. RNG. Defense.
Watch the screen. We're not allowed to tell you guys. We got confirmation. We're not allowed to tell you. We're gonna help you out. We're not allowed to. So you keep your eyes.
They're all pirates. They're used to searching for treasure. They'll be all right, maybe. If you get at that kind of thing. Who's a pirate here? I'm kind of a pirate, I guess. Not the best hairstyle for it.
Kind of a pirate.
I mean, the thing is, it depends. Like, I'm English, so I'm automatically a pirate. Like, it just depends, like, how much, I like those wigs. I want to have one of those wigs. I've got the cool, like, kind of very merchant-y wig, and then the rest of me I look rough as hell. That's my character. I will try and pop it into there as well. Oh, look at that. Green Skull is gifting a sub as well.
I'm just dropping the gift subs. I'm I'm making it rain in chat right now.
Making it rain. If you
do want to follow the channel with gift subs.
Follow the channel, get subscribed as well. Drop these guys some support. Very much appreciate. We appreciate the opportunity as well to come in here and bring you some awesome Sea of Thieves action. We got Back to Skull, Moist Boys, round 4 sorting very soon. Moist Boys, Green Skull, we need to see these guys come into this tournament right now, right? I mean, they're 4th again, unfortunately. They're going to be down on those points. They're trailing behind. They need a solid win to come back into this tournament, right?
Yeah, I want to see some. They got to do their stretches, right? They got to do some stretches. They got to do their vocal exercises. You know, they gotta move. They got to get the blood flowing. That's what it's all about.
That's right. I just heard bits in my ear. Is that just a streamer thing?
I heard bits.
You had bits.
Oh, we were watching someone stream. Yeah, someone stream was in the background. Like, congrats to whoever just got bits. Great work, everybody. Great work.
It's like those bits. Thank you for the bits. Appreciate that, person. That was very kind. You're a legend.
I actually believe that was one of the streamers here is what those bits went to. So. It was,
yeah, I think so, right?
You know, support your local streamer. They give you free entertainment.
Yeah. Go and watch these guys indeed. These are all of these views are being streamed right now. So keep the action here if you want the commentating. Maybe you can have a ton of the multi-twitches up as well, but you want to be watching, you want to be right here because this is where all the action is covered in one amazing screen with all these great players here, everything going on, and just our voices, our sweet voices. Look at this massive long shots coming out. You barely see misses. Like, I mean, I've barely seen anyone miss here. And I want that skin
incredible.
As well.
We got confirmation of team colors here. You got Back to Skull on purple, Moist Boys on blue, Spin to Win on red, and Void Corsair on yellow. So update your noggin with that information.
Indeed, an actual point score as well. Void Corsair, they're at top. 20 points, 18 for Spin to Win. It's really close between those 3 teams. Moist Boys right now are 10 points behind 3rd position. They're way out of it. And I was talking about this team probably being the most experienced, actually, in terms of playing in these tournaments and placing a little bit higher. So it's a little bit surprising to see them a little bit lower. I feel like that is correct, that information as well, looking back on past tournaments. You have Back to Skull, who do have some tournament experience as well, but they are 3rd currently. But that's only a 4-point difference. We've still got enough rounds for these teams to come back into it. There are other positions, and there is silver to be gained. And actually, at the moment, Moist Boys are having so many problems here on that right side, starting to get that masked up as well. Trying to get away from this.
I don't think we've seen someone get to 1,200 points this quick. Back to Skull there on purple. As always, it seems consistently, they're very good in early game. But can they hold it? They did in the round 2. Can they do it again?
They learned really early on, really good. I mean, Void Corsair, literally that last round just catapulted them into our minds a little bit more in this tournament because it wasn't really talking about them too much. But that last round was really, really fantastic for them. And hopefully, again, like you say, you know, just spamming those cannon shots right out there. Again, those great long shots. Back to Skull as well, same thing. And they are putting that damage out there as well. I keep forgetting the team colors have changed as well. I keep thinking void of purple. But it is indeed Moist Boys on blue now. It's I think I just like that. It's Back to Skull now, of course. And now we've got in 2nd position. Give me Spin to Win. It is. There is so much going on right now. We're in round 4. We're about halfway through. I need some coffee. That's what I need.
All I need is this high adrenaline, high intensity action.
Wait, I am trying.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering where we're going.
Landing some good hits and catching up there. This is right away. Like this already is a very, very close game. Okay. Oh, we got a run into ground. Land ho. Land ho.
So much focus on steering and cannon shots as well. Like not the steering, sorry, obviously because we've hit the land, but like just repairing and so many jobs to do. Like hitting land is just that might be it's really horrible, but it's kind of almost inevitable sometimes. We've seen a lot of rock action today. First,
they jump out of nowhere.
Yeah,
they come out of nowhere. They're jumping out at you. Like I swear, they're moving, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's fair enough. As long as you're getting those cannon shots off and you're making sure that I think most of the time they've already probably got a hole there anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see. I'm surprised that people haven't been running out of cannonballs much. But I don't think we've seen that. We've not seen anyone do that to resupply. I'm not sure. I don't think we've really seen anyone boarding much to do that either, right, Greenskull?
No, or I imagine they would just, scuttle themselves. And you also see, like, everyone's got that down. When they were dancing and the ship was going down, that's so that they spawn quicker. They've figured out all these techniques to be able to mitigate these issues and replenish their stocks and respawn quick. They've got it figured out. We got some fireballs coming in. Will it hit? A little high, maybe?
Shoot.
Oh, there they got masked. There's the chain shot as well. Wow, they go for the chain firebomb combination. That's not fun.
Well, a gorgeous view there with the sun in the background.
It was beautiful.
What a shot.
He might try and board that.
Brings a tear to my eye.
I tried to poon around too.
So there is actually a tech that I saw in one of the past tournaments, and it was a player called Letuck OP. He sword plunge to an enemy ship. He runs past 3 players going for the anchor,
He's on board
and one guy on the map. He steals 10 cannonballs, gets into a cannon, and launches himself away. Oh, there's a board! The hype's real!
No, it happened! It didn't last long, but it happened. We saw it! It happened!
It was literally as I was talking about it. Right, then we got to do that.
You need to turn, Festus.
We got to do that again. Get some boards. If you can hear me, get some boards going. But like that's what people do. Like if you can get over there and just nick all their cannonballs, like one guy every so often getting 10 cannonballs, you're robbing them. And essentially, if they have to go and resupply, like that could be a legit strat. But the thing is that if you do that, then you're taking someone off the cannons. So it's whether or not it's worth it. And chat, might be worth a conversation. And even Greenskull, is that kind of thing worth it? It's fun to do.
I mean, against teams this good, right? That's the thing, is that I would say in a regular arena match with varying skill levels of players, losing one player isn't really a big deal, right? And that's actually how it is, right? You do see consistent boarding and even 2 people leaving the ship. But in this game, this high-level arena play, Sea of Champions, you lose one player, you may be in big trouble because the other team's not going to miss.
You have to, if you're going to do it, you have to make sure you're going to get on that ship. Because if you do, at least you're taking someone away to defend. But it's that time between getting there. If you miss, and then you have to get the mermaid back, like that's just a really awful plan. Like, that's not great at all. You have to make the most of it. You have to have a plan. You have to go over there knowing what you're doing. And there, I don't feel like that was it was a successful board in terms of getting over there. And they did distract a couple of people. So even if it's for that purpose, something to maybe think about, you never know. This game is definitely still early in terms of working out strats and tactics. There's always chances to innovate, and that's what I really love about games, especially when
as Hidden saying in chat that you've 600 cannonballs now, so you could theoretically get rid of them, but in the course of the game, right, you're seeing people sink and respawn, and like that is pretty hard to get. Even with them all 4 of them firing, 10, 10, 10, 10, you could theoretically burn through those, but that's still a lot. There used to be a lot less in the last version of Arena, because I remember even the last version of Arena, like, we used to play it a lot, and the amount of times we actually did run out of stuff, and it's kind of scary in moments like that where then you're like, what? Well, now what? Right? Like you should always be
right. But you're right. Like if like that many cannonballs, I mean the chances are, and is it worth it? I think I just want to see boards. Chat. I think that's just something I enjoy seeing as well. I love the cannon shots. Believe me, I love the ship PvP. That's what I love personally. But sometimes as a commentator, as someone who's watching, you just love seeing someone get over there and slash their sword and just get some kills, set fire to some people, and just eat some coconuts. Is anyone with me on
that? Apparently, Back to Skull burned all their cannonballs last week.
There you go. It's happened then. So we have seen that happen. So we go. It is a 15-minute game.
You can theoretically burn 40 in a very short amount of time. Everyone's holding 10.
Yeah.
You regularly are seeing 3 to 4 players on their cannons. Again, it's not going to happen a ton, but it is possible.
Towards
it is
the
something
end,
to be aware of.
Yeah, it would only be like an end of round thing. And then if it's really tight as well, and you're just like, guys, we haven't got any cannonballs. This could be an issue. We're good with planks, though, and coconuts. Unfortunately, you can't throw those. But that's when you want to start getting a bit closer, right? And I guess, and start to even get like multiple borders, maybe even. But that's something else. That's just me getting. I'm fantasizing. Let's talk about the game that's going on right now. Sorry, I'm getting a bit keen about this. But it's still close. 4,600 points right now for Void Corsair, who are your leaders in the tournament at the moment, only by 2 points. There's only 4 points separating first and third. You really want to see these Moist Boys getting into this action, though, as they only have those 6 points.
6 minutes left. And every team, I'd say it's really anybody's game at this point. Void Corsair as yellow in first place right now, but not a huge lead.
Are they outside the map?
Oh, that is
They're
upsetting.
outside the map. Aren't they? They're anchored outside the map. It's red. Or is that just the color of the screen?
That was just
I'm not too sure there.
just a lot going on.
Yeah, I think they just.
They're taking damage.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. I believe they were outside the map.
Dipped their toe in the devil waters.
In the devil's waters. That's a good way of putting it. I mean, obviously they have to anchor because they might got so much speed, which is why they maybe were anchored. So like they needed to stop the ship, turn it around, get back in. But they did that
that's
so
a great
quick.
play. Yeah, I'm impressed with that.
So
I don't
quick.
think I would have reacted that quick.
Now look at these ships. They are still very far away from each other, and I'm wondering about the Moist Boys ship. Again, their positioning is a little bit precarious. I'm not sure about the ships in the distance. They look like they're moving in. They're gonna get sandwiched here. We've seen this a few times. There goes the mast. Oh, they're going right across the bow of this red team is going to be spin to win. They're going to be able to get a ton of shots off a spin to win. Just literally spin to the right-hand side. And they're going to be able to get a ton of shots off. Coconut, will they save the mid-mast down? Fire's coming in onto spin to win as well. They need to be so careful. They're going to be turning to that right. I think we're going to get a little bit of ramming action right here, dude. I'm going to see these cannons. Oh, we see a ton of shots coming out from Moist Boys. They try to get this second to first position.
Spin to win, not really firing back much. They're too busy. It looks like Moist Boys are hitting them. Getting the Moist Boys starting to pick it up, coming into second place. They're gonna get a lot of points here.
I think they're all back.
I think Red is in trouble because they are not firing back. They know that they're hurting. They've got them. Look at those. Look at all the holes
alive on that ship. But look at the left side. They're not doing anything on this other side right now. They're right in the middle of these two ships. They need to get out. They need to actually move, otherwise they're not going to be in second for long.
Oh, what a snipe! That was beautiful.
I'm loving this up close action. This is absolutely fantastic. Some sniping going on. It's a blunderbuss action. We've got dying, we've got resin, we've got repairing, we've got cannon shots. There you go as well. We've got Kaderuff who's really chilled. Second floor. They've got borders. Have they got borders? Oh, it might have been just a cannon there, actually.
Oh, yep, there was one right there. One just got popped.
Almost first.
And there you go.
That's what we're here for.
With the two other ships.
Exactly.
Yellow on our side.
Turn!
We're getting
Look at this, all ships converging beside the island here. Just this absolute anarchy.
The Moist Boys are getting a lot of points in a position where I thought they would have sunk. This repairing job they're doing has been amazing, and they're still getting points. This is the Moist Boys that we've been waiting to see in this tournament. They are doing an absolutely bloody amazing job. I cannot actually believe that they didn't sink there. They were in between two ships. They had everyone down on spin to win for a moment, I think, as well. And that was amazing work from them. They've really shown up in this round.
Back to Skull was just last place there. They are taking on a bunch of water, but they did get a lot of hits here. They now are bumped up to third place, knocking Spin to Win to fourth. The Spin to Win there, as you saw before, were just getting nailed there by over and over by cannonballs. So they were really hurting, and that really put them back. And it looks like they're still taking damage. They are. It's good stuff. Looks like they're fighting a Void Corsair here, taking some hits.
Yeah, indeed. Banter Skull showing off those shots again. We're getting some really, we're really getting close to land again, right? It's like, we're still here, dude. We are still here. Void Corsair, though, dude, like, just getting away with those points. Nice cannon shot snipe onto the wheel there as well to just delay him a little bit. Actually, as they spin, It's a smaller target for the for Back to Skull to hit, but they're away. They just want to keep the 2K
Void
points.
Corsair
They don't
running.
want to
Yeah,
sink.
they know they got a ton of points. They
They
know
got
they're
this win.
already doing really great in the overall tournament. They're saying maybe we get away, we get some long distance shots, so we don't sink and we don't give them too many points. Maybe we get a couple extra points on our end, but with that, you know, less than 30 seconds left, it's over. They won. They know it.
And Moist Boys,
There you go.
they're
Wow.
getting second. Oh, I love it. The Void Corsair guys have so much passion. It's absolutely awesome to hear how much they're enjoying this right now. And if you're enjoying it even as much as us just watching it at home, just spam some of those sweet Sea of Champions emotes as well in the chat, because, or anyone that does Sea of Thieves. Get some pirate action going down the chat. We are hyped. That is round 4 complete. Battle has concluded. And that screenshot says it all. A lot more boarding towards the end of that game. Fantastic action coming out from all 4 teams.
That was amazing. That whole end of that game, that was all over the board. I had no idea who was going to win that one. That whole match was just clean. It was good. We saw a little bit of boarding. We saw those pile-ups. We saw ramming all beside that island. That was very exciting. Very exciting final minutes there. Looks like the scores are coming in here.
Indeed. First place is going to be Void Corsair, 7,175 points. Moist Boys coming from 4th in those last, I think it was last 2 rounds. Getting in second. Back to Skull going to be your 3rd place. Last but not least, Spin to Win, 3,365 silver. So much silver to be thrown around, but
as we
that's
prepare
round
here
4,
to
my
head
friend.
into round 5, guys, we're going to take a little break. We're going to resupply, let the players prepare themselves, let us prepare ourselves, let you guys go get yourselves, you know, a nice juice box. You know, there's no age too old for a nice juice box, all right?
Also
Don't let
nugs.
anyone, you know, some cheese strings, some nugs, a nice juice box. It's, you know, it's cool. That's cool. I support
Are you
that.
5? Yeah, I mean, I am.
No,
I mean,
Steve,
I want
no.
those.
You're judging, you know, any age. Those are good. Those are good items. So, guys, make sure you are keeping an eye on chat during this little break here. There will be dropping some codes. Keep an eye for that. You can win some cool Obsidian items. So we'll be right back here, guys, with some more Sea of Champions coverage in just a few minutes. Get your juice box. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sea of Champions. How was everyone's break? Hopefully, you got a nice juice box. You got some snacks. It's very important. I got some chicken nuggets, so I'm now nourished, and I am ready to cast some more awesome. Yeah, I had leftovers tonight. Yeah, I'm very excited.
You have leftovers? Do you cook too many on purpose?
Yes.
My God, I need to get on your level, Baron.
Who makes a meal for one meal? You make it like a big old pot of stuff, a big old pot of nugs.
You are 100% a streamer, my friend. It's a streamer life. I cooked tons of chicken normally, and just have it in the fridge. I'm like, yeah, I need a snack. Just grab a chicken drumstick, Just go for it. But the chicken nuggets, that's a better idea. We've got a tournament going on, my friend. We've got Sea of Champions. Right now, we're in round 5. We have 3 rounds remaining. 5, 6, 7. Moist Boys have come back into the tournament from that last round. I mean, they seemed to have, from the beginning of the tournament, right? They seemed a little bit flustered. They didn't seem like they were working too well. Their communication, there seemed to be quite a lot of stressful times going on in the communication, if we're honest. It seems like in that last round specifically, we saw them come back together as a team. Communication was great. And they had such a good repair towards that, actually, when they were sandwiched between 2 ships. I can't believe they survived that. And not only did they survive, but they slayed as well. They were doing so well. They came second in that round. Void Corsair, though, they are just literally over there at the moment. Yeah, it's still close.
We have we got the points on the back end here, and the game is much closer than I even thought. This is anyone's game. Believe me, everyone has a chance right now. It is close. And we have the team colors here for you guys. Look, everyone's having a good time hanging out in the lobby right now. For round 5 here, Spin to Win is on blue. Void Corsair on red. Back to Skull on green. Green Skull, I like that. Moist Boys on purple. Just remember Green Skull. Heck yeah.
Okay, here we go. Can anchor up and away. And we are looking to see 4 people on the anchor. No one's going to pop off any shots earlier on. Then getting those supplies. Obviously, sales down as well. Rest of the team, they're going to start popping off some shots still as well quite soon. Have a look for their buddies there. And just have a look at the teams, where they are, where they're positioned. They're already going for those cannon shots from long range. They're all pretty much heading right towards the middle now. What? The cat. Did they spin right round there as well? They got a nice spin. Was that a harpoon turn?
Yeah, their early turns are always impressive to me, because this is
beautiful.
Clearly one step above how I play Arena, right? Like I'm still trying my best to hit those early shots right now, but just one step above how I play Arena. It's just a little bit, but those early turns and the initial cannon shots, it's just impressive.
They avoided a ton of hits as well, I believe. We saw a couple of misses there. That was really good. That would, again, a good indication. Is it too late in this tournament for them to come back? We'll have to wait and see. Depends on the placing. They need to hit 1st or 2nd minimum to get back into this tournament. But the rest of the teams, they are all literally a win away in terms of points. 28 to Void Corsair, 20 to Spin to Win, 20 to Back to Skull now as well. That is so tight to get those sales, to get those EPOS headphones as well from Sennheiser. Beautiful, beautiful headphones. Make sure you guys are looking at all the giveaways, everything going on in chat. At the very least today, 30 minutes watching the stream, you're going to get a sweet drop. What's the drop today as well? Green Skull.
The Spartan Hull. It is the Spartan Hull, a green Halo-themed hull for your ship. So I'm all about that for every reason. I'm about it.
All the reasons.
It's gorgeous. The whole set. All the reasons. It's great. It's awesome. Look at this. You can see the top left. These are the scores. Spin to Win and Back to Skull actually tied neck and neck. Void Corsair with a pretty sizable lead, with Moist Boys on the bottom. but it's still really anybody's game. You can see things going crazy here, right? If you see Void Corsair really taking hits, and if you see Moist Boys getting a lot of silver, things can flip very quick.
Yeah, you need to. What we really need to see now is Moist Boys need to hit that first, second slot, and Void need to be way further down because they've got a little bit of point lead at the moment. But yeah, like you said, you know, there's still a ton of 8 points for the winning. That's 24 points left to gain at just at first position, and it's all about the winning. If you come second, third, fourth. Get some bragging rights, I guess, but like to get in the tournament and come top 4. But you know, you want to be winning. That's what it's about. That's the pirate life. Okay.
This round, you're going to be wanting to keep your eyes on purple and red. Purple being Moist Boys, red being Void Corsair. Top and bottom. Between the two, very drastic difference. But between middle and top and middle and bottom, not as much. So be curious to see how those play. So my eyes are going to be on
we could get
red and
two
purple
opportunities to shoot if I turn more right, but then we'd have green.
So a couple of questions in chat. Just if you've come into the stream and you've never seen these tournaments by Sea of Champions, you definitely want to chuck a follow to the channel. This is the final of the tournament for this month, and what has happened before. They've had brackets, they've had teams competing coming into this tournament as well, and each round they're able to get points depending on where they place. They also get their silver calculated each round, so if we do come to a draw at the end of the 7 rounds total of this tournament, it will be reliant upon that silver. And it will only be determining first place, of course, because that's what we need to make sure we get sorted so we can give away those headphones and everything else. So if you're new to this place, you're new to the Sea of Champions, welcome, and put your feet up because there is so much action going on right here and tons of points coming in as well. All of those masts are down. So many problems. Void Corsair, though, as they tried to spin,
three team members down here on Void. 3 players down at least. There's clearly still someone alive because they're still taking hits. So the last player seems to be focusing on getting on the cannon and getting some points there.
Yeah. I mean, also from the side as well, who is purple on this? Moist Boys in that lower position, but still early on. They've got 1,300 points to the leader right now. But at the moment, back to Skull. Really throwing out those shots as well. We need to see this blue team starting to get them. This is almost an awful word. They need to get those masts up. And the water is slow, not even slowly, but fast and furiously filling up the bottom of the ship. But it looks like they might be okay. Fast, furious repairing saves the day. Good job.
To keep answering questions in the chat there, the winning team after all of this gets those hyper-exclusive Sea of Champions sales as well as Sennheiser headsets for their whole team. And 20 teams participated in the qualifiers last weekend to get to these 4 teams today. So they fought hard, and these guys came ahead. And now we're going to see who comes first of the Final 4.
And it was very close as well. In that second bracket, it was all determined on gold between 3 teams, all on 14 points. And it really could be indicative of what happens today in this tournament as well. I kind of mini stress seeing the water level go above. I believe it's on the second deck now as well, or it's just hovering to go up there. You can see the level. We're almost there. They got someone bucketing as well really well. They're getting these holes done. Should be okay unless they take some more damage up above. Oh god, that's
very stressful.
Is anyone really anxious right now? It's like, good lord, no. This is hard. This is horrible.
I'm hearing a question in chat. How you get points? So points in this game mode are called silver. This is the Sea of Thieves Arena game mode. Obviously, kind of a special version of it, but it's same principle, same rule set. If you go in yourselves, you can score silver by getting kills, by getting cannonball hits, and there's a chest out in the environment that you can pick up and turn it into a designated location to get 1,000 points. But because these players are such high level and so good at hitting cannonball shots that earn them 40 points a hit, everyone ignores that chest worth 1,000 because they can get 1,000 on their own just by hitting cannonball shots. But if you play normally out in the arena, you'll probably see almost all teams focus on getting that chest. That is kind of the centerpiece.
Look at Kedarov is really going with the commands there as well. And they're pulling back into this round slowly but surely. Void Corsair now. They are actually in last position as well. So this is actually really good for the other teams that want to get the lead and come back into this tournament versus Void Corsair. Back to Skull are 2,300 point silver ahead at the moment. Look at those shots coming out from Void Corsair. They're back into this round as well. They're about to take over to get into third position. They do indeed get that, and there's so many points coming in. Even the scoreboard can't take it. It's just going to be it's there you go. There's the pop-off, and we're seeing them get towards salty
there is hurting.
That is really hurting. Have they got any of them mastered?
Ooh.
Oh, there's a fire shot.
Maybe not. Oh, they are not doing so great here. We're about to see how they manage this. Once that water gets to second floor, they are done. That's why they're very cautious of keeping it there. If you guys haven't played Sea of Thieves, and you're just welcome. By the way, you should play Sea of Thieves. Great game. They have a lot of holes in their mid-level that they are not repairing. And if that water hits the mid-level, suddenly the water will start flowing in from the mid-level, and they will not be able to save themselves. Like
they'll be flushed straight away.
A chance.
No,
so if it gets past that first level, they are out.
Unless they're really far away and they've got nothing else to do, that's the only time they're going to bother.
All 4 players are bailing rigorously, and very hard to
it's
save.
just there's no way, and you literally that's the skull point right there. But
they are hurting over there. That's what we call the raft. The old raft play by having all your sails down.
Oh, the comeback maybe. With the cannon shot snipe.
And he sunk. We got, that was spin to win, going down to the depths of Davy Jones' locker.
But they were actually versus the ship that was in that raft position. What happened? They had masts up? Was it the communication down below? Must have been. And they lost a player there as well. Like, they shouldn't have gone down there. They had the advantage. But wow, what a sink. That was really against
canoe.
The momentum.
Frosty in chat says, the cannon canoe when all sails are down. I like that. I like that. That's a good one.
That's good. Here we go. Mast comes down. Moist Boys looking to come back into this, especially after that sink. They want to hit that second and top spot to definitely cement themselves a little bit more into this tournament. Really good job as they start to get those buckets. Grabbing that bucket, going upstairs. No chat interaction, though. He's got too much going on. There's no way that's happening. Mast down, doesn't matter. Oh, here we go. Tons of damage going to be coming into them as they hit the bow of the ship. There's nothing they can do. They got to spin. He's trying to spin to the left as much as possible. Actually get to the right side as they start to move. Oh, no. The back's up, but that don't matter. You're not going to move very far with that. Oh, the steering. They do get a couple of shots on the stern there. Good job. There you go. Nice shots from back to Skull. Really good shots. Smaller target to hit, and they're hitting every single one of them right now, to be fair. And actually, it's a shame we didn't see Moist Boys there turn a little bit to get some shots onto back to Skull, because they really had a lot.
To be second place, they're catching up.
Yeah.
Oh, well, one more hit, and they're firmly in second place. That's what I'm excited for. I want to see some Moist Boys get back into the action here. There they are, Moist Boys entering second place. Can they hold it? I'd love to see a Moist Boys win for one of these rounds, you know? I think it'd be really nice to start evening out that score. Again, that's what I said at the start of this match. I want to see, it would be exciting to see red and purple flipped, right? And I think everyone's aware of that. You see everybody checking the names at the beginning of the round, trying to figure out who's who. Everyone is gunning for Void Corsair. They know Void has to come last. They really want to knock him down a peg. And honestly, Moist Boys, they don't see as a threat right now, so they may, they may undervalue them, and they may not think that they got what they got, and they'll come in and they'll come out of nowhere.
That's exactly it. It's all about the underdog, my friend. That underdog gets that opportunity to come back into the tournament. You underestimate exactly like you say. They can come back. It's still available. This is the round to do it. This is the round. I would say that they need to hit that top one position, probably at least two, to really have a chance of going back into this tournament. But the top 3 teams, it's so bloody close at the moment. 28, 20, 20 to those top 3.
Land ho!
Oh no! Where are they steering?
There's an island
Sails up. Anchor turn. No, he's going for the harpoon turn. Good job. Really nice. Oh, they can get some shots off here on the purple. Really good job. Moist Boys might get slammed here. Actually, they're going to get sandwiched again, potentially, as we see a ship in the distance. Might be popping off some shots as well from the really far there in the distance on the left-hand side, as you can probably see. Look at those shots coming in. Some really nice curlers.
Beautiful.
Good job.
Noise boys climbing in the shots there. Like 40, 40, 40.
Let's try raising.
Well, they don't have an angle now, though.
I'm throwing the mask to the beach.
Yeah, I'm getting one
And
last.
those masts up really as quickly as they possibly can, trying to repair them as fast as they're coming up as well. Someone pulling them up, and as they get pulled up, they get repaired. Yeah, really fast. Efficient work from that team there as well.
That
Moist
water
doing a
is
good job.
creeping up.
I know,
Got it. I
right?
think they got it. I'm confident. I'm confident. Look, they're kind of away from the action right now. No one's focusing on them. These guys have their own little fight going on here. So I think Moist Boys is safe, hopefully. They can come back in, and I want to see that just this. I always like these beside island fights because they're condensed. And we're going to see some crazy action here. Whoa!
Look at those shots onto Void Corsair. Yeah, I mean, it was just all about the knocking. They're loading those other bombs, the fire bombs and everything else, to just get knockbacks and AoE damage onto those ships. We did see the res there as well coming out. Here's some close-up shots. Here's that knockback as well. If they've got two people next to each other, they're going to get a nice knockback AoE there. He got that. Really good job. There goes the fire bomb.
To fire. They're just
Yeah,
unloading fire on them.
It's not always about just the cannon shots, right? We were talking about this so early in the tournament about knocking back, getting that AoE fire on the floor, on the deck as well, making them creating situations where they have to leave those cannons, which is what I love watching in these tournaments. As everything starts to evolve, seeing these different effects coming out on the ships. It's great stuff.
Look at these shots. I love seeing these hit. I'm waiting for it. Oh, they are. They're getting hits with those. That's always impressive to me. I mean, we said it the same thing. We said it at the beginning of the tournament. That seeing those long-range shots, those big volleys hit, it's just so satisfying. Even to watch someone else do it. Like when someone hits you in game like that, you can't even be mad. Like, well played. Great shot.
Oh yeah, absolutely, Chad. Like there's when they say that one team is a little bit lower on the point score, it's just that they're having a bit of a hard time. You know, it was a little bit earlier on, but they've still got a chance to come into this, and they're doing very well to come back as well. They're trying. We've still got 1 minute left to go, and it is very close between the three teams. We do believe right now that they're 1,500 points ahead back to Skull. Moist Boys over on the purple team, they are currently third, but they need to hit that second spot. They've only got to get 100 or so points. I don't know if we can get some power maybe in the chat to hit them in that second spot to give them that point score they need. Might be some great energy.
Second, third, and fourth. Look how close those teams are. Look how close those teams are.
They were 100 away from going second.
You know, I don't want to say it, but when your name's Skull and you're on the green team, you know, you're gonna win. You don't want to say that, but I said it. You know, we're just throwing that notion out there. But look at that! We haven't seen that yet. Where, yeah, lucky Rover there, the back to Skull team. That was a very close game. We're discounting the fact that all of these scores were near 7,000. So that their team was just barely over 1,000 points above them.
Indeed. Round complete. That is fifth round done and dusted. We have got 2 rounds remaining in this Sea of Champions tournament. If you're enjoying the stream, even if you're not, you should follow, because look at the visuals. They're just worth it alone, I'm going to say. But it's a bloody good tournament that we're having today as well. Welcome, everyone, as me and Green Skull are giving you some amazing action today. Obviously, there's some players, there's some production people who are doing a great job as well. So if you do want to support the stream, muchly appreciated. Twitch Prime and gift some subs, chuck out some bits, chuck a follow. Always muchly appreciated.
First place here, going to back to Skull. Look at that, I'm telling you, they, barely
Amazing.
over 1,000 points higher than Spin to win in second place. Look how close this entire match was. Third place, Moist Boys. Fourth place, Corsair. Moist Boys moving up a little bit there. And Corsair, again, so at the beginning of this match, I said the 2 teams to watch out for. Void Corsair, who are firmly in first, and Moist Boys, who are in last. We have Moist Boys moving up, and Void Corsair coming last.
Right.
Every other team right now is so ecstatic to see Void Corsair knock down a peg.
And when we see this point score as well, that is a very important win and second place for Spin to Win because of exactly what you just said. They were starting to steam ahead. That lead has got to be 2 of 4 points difference right now, especially coming in last. And we're going to be going into the game. I am excited as we hit this penultimate round. Waiting to get into the round 6. Chat, who is going to win? This tournament is wide open right now. Who are you rooting for? Let us know. Let us know the name of the team. Let us know who you're
Spin
supporting.
to Win, Void Corsair, Back to Skull, or Moist Boys. Who you rooting for in chat? Send them your energy right now. If they have that chat open, they'll see some of your love. Everyone needs your support right now because this is getting pretty intense.
I want to jump in now. I just want to jump in. I'm literally, this is making me excited for my stream today. I'm just like, this game is so wonderful to play. If you've never jumped into Arena, you need to get yourself in there. Okay, I do believe as well, we've got teams ready. We've got Spin to Win is going to be your red team. Void Corsair, yellow. Back to Skull are going to be purple. Moist Boys are going to be blue. So what do we need to...
No sign of the good boy. You know, if we saw the good boy, that would really make my
I knew
day.
you were going to say that. Deep sadness.
That's what I'm looking for. You know, I'm looking for the good boy. I would love to see more ramming. I'd love to see that because, again, it's, you know, whether obviously it's not inherently a viable strategy. We just like the action. We like the excitement. There was that one shot we saw there a couple rounds back where one ship rammed another and someone was standing on the bowsprit. We learned this word today. Standing on the bowsprit, shooting down at the deck of the other ship, and that was just so exciting. I love seeing that excitement. I love seeing the intense close action. Even that last round there, we had the two ships right side by side. One stopped, and then the other stopped, and they're going back and forth, and they're shooting each other off cannons. I love that action. I want to see action. And everyone right now it's really anyone's game. And we keep saying it, but increasingly so now that we saw Void Corsair come last.
Whoa,
they did just get knocked
look at
down
the
on that.
difference. The point score, you're so right,
It's
Grease God.
so
Just as you say that,
close.
sorry. Wow, we've got 30 points to Void Corsair. Back to Skull on 28. There is a 2-point lead before first and second. And third position of 26. 10 points behind now for Moist. They need to... The thing is, what you said last round was so true. They're the underdogs now. They've got everything to just play for. You know, they want to be getting... They're going to be the ones that can screw over the plans of any of these other 3 teams who are currently in that top winning spot at the moment. It's going to be different. I'm not sure they're going to be able to come back into that winning spot right now, but they are going to be the team to really look at in terms of, you know, making
yeah, you're right. They're now going to throw a wrench into things, right? Like they have the opportunity
I was looking
to still
for.
rise, right? Yeah, they're going to throw a wrench.
many
And so who they focus on now is going to change everything, right? And I think where last round it was very obvious that everyone really wanted to take Void Corsair because everyone else is so close now. I don't think that will be as much of a thing. Now it's kind of anyone. Now everyone just wants to up their score. So my bet this round is that we're going to see very high scores because people are really it's going to be less about taking one team down and more about just like ensuring your own success.
Absolutely. Yeah, Void's lead. I mean, the thing is, if they come second, it wouldn't have been as bad. But they were last round. That is a complete change in the story of what's going on here today. It is so close. We really have some amazing talent here in the Sea of Thieves community coming out. If you're here for the first time as well, I hope you're enjoying the stream. Chuck a follow. This is the penultimate round. We have one more after this to decide who will win those headphones from Sennheiser, who will take away those patented sales as well. I'm excited, and here we go. We've got the action going around. Just actually where the island is. Look, there's a ship going towards the chest, my friend. I know they're not going for it, but still.
I know, I see it. Whenever you say,
I just like, look at it.
Touch it!
There's a ship going towards the chest, maybe. There's someone on fire in the background. There's loads of stuff going on. They're not going towards the chest, chat. It's okay. Don't worry. They're being hunted right now. Are they on the hunt? What's going on here? There's actually not a lot of action happening right now.
Yeah, it's a very calm start to a game.
What's happened?
Look at this. They're looking at the map, trying to figure out what everyone's doing. What?
Dude, someone's looking at the map. We've not seen this.
Very
I don't think we've seen this once, actually, to be fair. It's been amazing. I don't think people have been able to watch the map. They've just always got vision over all teams because they've been so close. But I think now as the tournament starts to get towards the end, they're really being a little bit more tactical about this. hitting those long
They're
shots.
very spaced out. This is not what I expected. This is fascinating. Everyone's on the same
makes
page right now to
sense,
just like
though.
keep their distance. Yeah, no, it's crazy.
It makes sense, right? I mean, if they've got the talent to get those long shots, and they're being people on long shots, like at the moment, back to Skull, they're winning that fight, and we saw them do that early on in the tournament as well. So it's very interesting play. Are we gonna start seeing some instruments? That's what I want to know. Some fishing, maybe. I don't know if that's the time.
Oh, this is so like I'm looking at their scores. I'm thinking how they're playing. Like we have Back to Skull in second place, currently in first place in this match, right? Like if Back to Skull came, like just think about this. Like if Void Corsair came last and Back to Skull came first this round, dang, right? Like that would be a huge flip in the game. If Void Corsair comes last one more time, that is going to hurt, and they know that, right? They really need to get a good score here because Back to Skull is right on their tail. And Spin to Win right behind as well, right? It's so close.
Yeah, but they're angling for a fight right now. It looks like they're coming in pretty close to potentially, well, maybe they might start to veer away. There's some fire as well. It does look like we are going to see a lead. Maybe switch for Void Corsair. We see the draw at the moment for the red and the blue. Just double checking again who those guys are because I just went off that screen.
Spin to Win and Moist Boys. Moist Boys on blue, which I like. See? Listen to these call-outs. Really taking control of the team there. That's a captain play. That's real captain play right there. Moist Boys on blue. See, I like it when it lines up right there. You know, moist, you know, wetness, you know, water, blue. It's good. It's great. You know, we're doing great here.
It might be interesting to just listen to. I wonder what they're talking about. They're a little bit happier now. We've got these guys and they're enjoying themselves a little bit more as well. It was like these games are so. It must be so stressful for these guys, especially with what they can win. And as soon as they sit back and they start to enjoy,
we saw it before too, right?
Let's get on cannons, get their cannons.
Yeah, we saw them kind of arguing with each other, and it does feel like their vibes now are a little happier. Maybe they've just kind of accepted their place and accepted that they haven't been performing as well as they wanted to. But maybe maybe that that might sometimes is all it takes to be like, you know what? Now we're just out to have a good time, and that could be the case. See how they play.
I'm good though. Just do
and I might even change things up. They are now in. Oh! There goes round. Sorry, there goes Mr. Festus. I guess there goes the round maybe as well. You never know. Mask down currently as well for Void Corsair. That's not a great position to be put in. They are second at the moment as well. 2 Back to Skull. They don't want to be in that position. I get sandwiched here as well. Oh! Great cannon shots coming in.
They're about to get hit
sandwiched.
a lot.
Yes, they're sandwiched between 2 ships right now. No, there we go. Second floor down.
It's a goner. Oh, guys, that was the current tournament first place. Just went to Davy Jones. That is terrifying. They scuttled there. Yeah, they saw it and they're like, let's get out. Yeah, they won't get farmed. They're scuttling. We've seen this before in the tournament as well. They all also run below deck so that they spawn faster.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was a bit excited there.
It is. It's wild to see.
It was like, it was only one person upstairs. I was like, yeah, okay. It's still exciting. They sunk, okay? We can still get hype about that. They're done. Yeah. They just didn't want to get farmed. Like, exactly like you said.
You're getting hurt. It's rough when that happens, right? No matter how it happens, that doesn't change the commentary on that, right? Like it's a very exciting thing to see when a ship goes down.
Front sail up. I think we'll do.
You gotta reset.
I love this streamers like no chat interaction. It's just like no chat interaction. It's a serious times, and it is. You can't look at the chat.
Right?
It doesn't matter how many bits you get. All right, okay. We're just hearing that bit sound is lovely and everything. But when you're in that mode, you got to be in it. Bringing that mast back up as well. Ship's a lot closer than they were about 4 or 5 minutes ago as we start to see things get thick and fast and furious. And here we go. Point score for each team. Getting a little bit closer. Moist Boys in that final position though, with Void Corsair in third. And first still Back to Skull, securing that lead and actually keeping that first place. They've done that in a few rounds now, Green Skull.
Yeah, it's anyone's game right now. We're watching it not only in the overall tournament, but in this specific match, once again, like these are pretty close. You have a Back to Skull doing pretty fantastic, but that will change on a dime, right? Like until you start seeing 3,000 to 4,000 differences, you can come back real quick from a couple thousand.
Just be on the wheel.
Yeah. One thing I just noticed as well is that if you know that they've got people going down with buckets, you don't want to start throwing those fire bombs, right? Because they're going to be using that water in the middle of their ship and whatnot as well. So actually they're saving their time to a degree by going into the middle of the ship. So you've always got to make sure that those, if they're under pressure so hard, those fire bombs might not be helping you if they're hitting the middle section and you got that middle fire. Sometimes you're helping them go smaller distance, right? Something I didn't really think about is I'm watching the different teams now fighting as well. It's an interesting thing to think about. There is so much that these guys have to think about and different, like their roles, making sure they're getting the cannon hits, like what they're sending out. If they're sending out that firebomb, if they're sending out just normal cannon shots, are they taking out the wheel? They're getting those shots down below as well as focusing on the cannons, the guys on the cannons. There's so much to think about. With just these four crew members on each ship.
You touched on roles. Roles are so important in all of CFDs, but especially the arena. If you are not carrying your role, you lose, right? And typically, you'll have at least one person always making sure the ship is floating. You have one player who is always on wheel. If you don't fulfill those roles and you just expect someone else to do it, especially without the communication, right? Like you've got to know your role, know your place, hold it up, and you got to trust. You have to have the trust in your team that they will hold up their roles. Because if they don't, everything's done.
That's big. That's big what you're saying about trust there. Because if you start to veer off what you're doing, yeah, exactly. Look at those cannon hits as well with the knockback. Getting another one as soon as he comes back, doesn't even get a chomp out of that coconut almost. And here we go, some ramming action potentially. Are they going to spin to the right a little bit? I want to see. Oh, here comes the sniper. I don't know if he got a kill there. I don't think he did. There was some fire in his face, that's for sure. And there we go, got a hot shot there, so he's going to at least have to heal potentially. Oh, nice one again, I believe. Good job. I know, the sniper
We're
is.
seeing a lot of combat.
Look at this, spin to
all over
win.
the board.
Spin to win are coming into this, dude. We could be really not thinking too much about spin to win. They're kind of almost in an underdog position as well in this tournament, but like they are getting towards that first spot as they start to edge away from the third position team, which is going to be Void Corsair. Void Corsair can't come any lower than second, really. I mean, we're looking at the ship as well, going potentially into a bad place in terms of water, filling it up.
They're managing it.
Are they in the red?
Come on, guys.
Right now? Dude, they're in the red. The water is red. That's
happening.
not fun. This has happened a few times. Well, sometimes teams seem to be taking, they go into that red to anchor and to repair because they know no one's going to follow them, maybe. But they're taking a lot of damage, but they're focused on getting the whole bottom repaired up. They're first as well.
This is a battle. This is a PvE experience here.
Back to score. If they lose 1,000 points, they go down to third position. Oh, and they're not getting cannon hits during this either, Green Skull.
Yeah, this is stressful. Oh, they are not looking good. Keep an eye. Oh, and now we got red team there. Spin to win taking first. They passed them. As they
spin to win going. Void Corsair.
Did they maybe just scuttle? Confirm, because we just saw spin to win just drop. They just lost 1,000 points.
Wow. Now we are going on to, we've got Void Corsair who are starting to look for that first position. Oh, they do lose someone though. They're only 100 points behind. Here comes Purple as well. He's going to be back to skull, still winning, but
we got Corsair back to first. It's all over the place right now.
There's 3 minutes left, Green Skull. It's so damn close in this tournament. As a reminder, overall tournament score is currently 30 points to Void Corsair, back to Skull. There is a 2-point difference in placement score as well. So difference between second and third is big at the moment for these teams. And at the moment as well, it is going to be Void Corsair who are in first position. If they go down to second, they will drop to second in the tournament. So it's literally almost round placings are determining their placement in this tournament. It's going to come down to round 7, and I am so damn excited about that.
Void Corsair here, pulling ahead. That's going to be scary for everyone. If Void Corsair pulls out with a win on this, everyone is not looking so hot because that's a lot of points, and they're already on top of the leaderboards. So everyone should be gunning for Void right now.
Oh, the red again!
Looks like we have
We see the red, and they're winning!
Again.
It's Void Corsair! They're in the red! They've got a last down as well! Have they spun? Have they anchor sent? Have they even got them into a position? No, look, oh my god. It's just like, that's going to make it worse. Don't look at the map. How much pain are we really in?
I think you might be right. Like, is this part of their strategy? It kind of seems like it.
Some teams, it feels like. Because
they know that, look, they have the lead. They keep checking where the other guys are. And they're not.
They're repairing.
That is wild. That is fully wild.
Are they panicking or are they good? I mean, I'm just, they seem to be okay.
I am like 90%. They want it because they know they only have a minute left. They're coming out here into the red. This is nuts.
This is a strat.
They know they can hold off.
EU bucketing power. EU bucket. Have we got any buckets in the chat? We need buckets in the chat, Green Scott, surely.
There are currently two ships out of this.
Whoa!
This is crazy.
Who is this?
Look at the scores.
Look at Captain Death Knell. He is the bucketing master. Look at this animation cancelling. This is the best bucketing I think I've ever seen. This is insane. Look at that. They're loving it. Look, they're absolutely they're enjoying this gameplay. It's so random. Get that anchor up. They need to get back into the fight, though. But they're still winning. Are they sinking each other?
There's not a chance. There's less than a minute left. It's over.
It's it.
Like,
yeah. Unless they were fighting. They were fighting to not get sunk there in the red. That's what they were fighting.
That whole match was just a whole thing.
What? That's Void Corsair. They're still in the lead. But no one went out there to try and take him out while they're in the red as well.
Incredible. You see that? They kept checking their map to double check where everyone was.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely.
An unbelievable. No, that's like, I got nothing. I got nothing on it. Like, they're
I mean, and that was because they didn't want to get like taken from like basically from the outside. Any shots would have just absolutely finished them off, but no one took that opportunity. But they had that vision, which is what they were doing.
They knew they were in the lead in the tournament. They knew they were in the lead in the match. They were calculating how much they would lose if they didn't get any more cannon shots, and they noticed all the other ships were apart from each other. They weren't shooting each other. They weren't gaining points. They knew they secured the victory, and so they went for it. That's insane.
Right, and now first position, Void Corsair take first, back to Skull for second position, third place, Moist Boys getting up there a little bit more, spin to win. That fourth position is going to hurt and might put them out of contention. We'll have to wait and see until the last round, Green Skull, where everything is to play for. I feel like, I don't know. Everyone's still in this to a degree.
This is so close. Yeah.
There are two teams that are at least very close to each other in score, but you cannot count.
One cannonball would have put Spin to win above Moist Boys.
Yeah.
One. That is how close this game was.
Crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
What a
it's good
match.
stuff.
I'm just seeing so many like poggers in chat. The whole end of the match, everyone's just like emotes. Like incredible.
I'm looking forward to talking to whoever wins this tournament because it's going to be a fantastic one. Normally, I get time to write notes. I have not had time to write a single damn thing down because there is too much action going on right now, guys. Don't forget, while you're watching the channel, there is drops today. You can grab yourself a nice skin, but you can grab some other nice prizes. What prizes have they got? What have we got for them today, Green Scott?
We have a Spartan hull just for hanging out in chat for 30 minutes. The Spartan ship hull, Halo themed. Very exciting. We also have obsidian items, which you can get via the giveaway. You type !giveaway in chat. You'll be able to learn more about that. So everyone hanging out here, you got stuff to win. You got stuff to win just by hanging out, just by searching for secret codes. Everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner here.
It is. Yeah, everyone's going to get something. As long as you have also linked your Sea of Thieves account to your Twitch account, you'll be able to get one of those drops. But this will be the final round of this tournament, and I cannot believe how quickly this has gone. This is the final round, right? I'm not like... yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was like,
yes, we have Back to Skull on
so
blue,
good.
Moist Boys on green, Spin to Win on purple, and Void Corsair on yellow. Final round. We can't stress this enough how close this whole game has been. I want to see what Void Corsair pulls, right? Are they going to play it really, really, really safe? Because they know they're on top. How are they going to play? How are Moist Boys going to play? Are they going to continue to kind of throw that wrench in there? This is going to be nuts. This is going to be nuts. Chat, one more time. Let us know in chat who you think is going to come out with the victory.
Yeah, get those channel points going. Void, Moist, Spin to Win. Even just the round. Who's going to win the round as well? And it's going to be a tight one. Void Corsair have 38 points.
Right there.
Back to Skull, yeah, 34. But the thing is, Void Corsair have to come below second. Like, this is tight. There's only 2 points. If Back to Skull, if Void Corsair drop, and of course Back to Skull gonna have to win. So there's, it really just depends where they come in this. It's gonna be so close. I'm just like, I'm loving this, man. This is some amazing.
You see that right off the bat? They had an instant scuttle right off the bat. I assume they just looked around and said, "I don't want any of this. We're not gonna lose anything. The game just started. Let's get out of here." And they scuttled. Interesting.
Yeah, repositioning the ship. That's actually a really good strat. You know, it does unfortunately give them a little bit of time when they're not hitting, but obviously giving away points isn't, you know, something they want to do. And we see the movement now. The Moist Boys just moving over towards the island now, and maybe just thinking about where they're going to position here as well. Yellow's going to be our target. There you go. Moist Boys going for them. That's going to be their target, who's going to be Void Corsair. So that is it. Moist Boys want to take Void Corsair out of this tournament in this round, and maybe out of even the first place, as they are currently in that 38-point position.
I mean, I experienced that personally. Right? When I played in the Battle for London, we were firmly in second place. We knew first place was going to happen. First place was too good, but we're like, we're going to get second. And the only reason we didn't is because the final place threw it all to the wind just to take us down. That was the only reason. It's a very real threat to be afraid of last place team being completely unpredictable. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know if they're, I mean, chances are they're just going to go for first place to throw a wrench and everything. Maybe they'll go for second. Maybe they'll mess with everybody, but you never know. And so that is what makes them scary.
I'll see some ramming plays. Look, they're all so close together. Yellow, green, blue, all really close together there as well. And actually, Spin to Win are not in there. Oh! Ooh, there goes Cephas, sorry, right into the sea. Was that planned? Who knows? You know, maybe just wanted to get that cannon shot in the face, reposition himself. You never know. He meant to do that. Can you imagine if someone just got hit by a cannonball shot and then suddenly they're on someone else's ship? Amazing plays. Didn't even mean to do that.
Keep an eye this round on blue. It's Back to Skull on blue and Void Corsair on yellow. Blue and yellow are the ones you're really going to be wanting to watch. Spin to Win's they've got their chance, but I really think the Void Corsair Back to Skull fight is the one that I personally am paying attention to. I think it's going to be a tight one.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed. Look at those shots, those blunder shots as well, coming in really effective. There goes the fire as well. They are smashing this game. This is the Moist Boys now with 1.2k silver lead. Really epic job. And getting those masks out and then spamming those fireballs.
We have angle.
You've got the angle, but you're about to get in the middle of two other teams as well. They've got to be bloody careful there. Void Corsair though, they're actually in second. Oof.
They're catching up. They do have two masts down, so and they're not focusing on repairing that right now, so they are mildly dead in the water, but they are just focusing on cannons. Again, we've seen that a lot, where they just won't even repair, and instead will just man cannons and make sure they get a ton of points and then repair. And that looks like exactly what they're doing right now.
I mean, in terms of points, There, you know, it's Void Corsair and Back to Skull. Void Corsair pretty much have to lose or come, what is it, third? And also, so there needs to be a place between them if Back to Skull are going to win this. They need to win, and they need to see Void Corsair in third or fourth. If we don't see Void Corsair in third or fourth,
right now.
it's...
Who thought this? Moist
Yeah,
Boys
right.
has a solid lead
What
right
the
now.
hell's
Moist
going
Boys.
on?
Where
That's what happens when you're not so. That's the thing, Murat. Like when nerves get you and the pressure. Like this is a pure example of that right now. They're having fun. They're enjoying themselves,
Yeah,
and it's going well for these guys. Although,
Sea of Thieves Arena
I can
is
hear
like
you.
golf.
Yes,
You know, the more relaxed you are, the better, the farther your cannonballs go.
angle front sail.
I swear, right?
Some
Energy.
speed, like below.
You got that energy, that positive energy. That's what it's about.
Look, they're just at a great
That's what it's
lead.
about as a pirate. That and grog, that helps, I guess. Making sure making sure your mug's filled.
They took down our main
Oh,
mast.
there goes the mast again.
Yeah, they're
Sure,
not
they
even caring about taking
meant
the
to do
mast
that,
out.
unfortunately.
They're
Here we go.
spinning. Oh, they
More
got
shots
one.
coming out from the Moist Boys.
Cannon.
I'm just
Good
rooting
job,
for Moist
really.
Boys so much right now.
Destroying
Look at
those
this.
masts, dude. They are the mast destroyers. Like, they've been doing so well with this in this round. Wow.
Good guys.
4,700
Just
points. They're 2k
laying
almost
it
away
down.
from
Balls,
second
water still fine
position.
down there.
But Void Corsair is still second.
Yeah.
They need to hit them down into that lower position. I'm wondering whether or not... Who was that we're hitting, actually? I couldn't see the color. That's Void Corsair.
Dark now.
That's Void Corsair sandwiched right now. If they go
no.
down here, they could be in a third. And then if you see Spin to Win, who are currently purple, they can go above. This could be a little bit of an issue, and everyone could be going out for Void. Look at everyone coming back into this game, though.
Yeah.
Back to Skull as well, 1,885 points. If we might see Void, go down to fourth fairly soon.
Void desperately trying to remain alive here, just being pinched and hit from all angles. Mass down. Void falling to third place. Spin to win.
Oh
hit
my
second.
god!
This is insane. Moist with this
Yeah,
huge
and it
lead
needs to be
still.
back to
Where did this
Skull.
come from?
Dude, we're switching the whole tournament like around, like upside down right now in terms of team positions if we're not too careful. Void are actually, like you said, in third position. Moist Boys now, they're cleaning house. They're almost at 3k. Well, they're about to approach 3k lead silver-wise.
Probably not.
Other three teams very, very close.
What?
Middle sail.
Wow.
Stand.
Just neck and neck.
Yeah,
Look
right-
at this. Like,
right
team,
side. Yeah, right
we've seen this
side, right.
before, right? Teams 2, 3, and 4. Very
I don't know
common
any
theme of the tournament where one team
No,
has
no,
a pretty
that's
good
not
lead and the
right.
rest are just fighting for the next place. And if that happens to be Moist Boys that round, I think they would be pretty happy going out with that. I think that would make the whole tournament worth it for them, just to say that
It
one
would-
round,
it
yeah,
would
we were first.
Remind everyone, exactly, yeah. It would remind everyone that, you know, we're bloody good at what we do. And this wasn't our tournament, but we're here to make a statement right now, and they are doing it, and they're doing it with power. Here comes Void Corsair coming back into second spot, though, and that's going to be Spin to Win going into third. We do currently have the second places in the tournament, Back to Skull, in final position. Sorry. Yes, we do. In final position. They need to win this, or they need to at least be 2 spots above. So second, with Void coming fourth in this tournament, I believe, in terms of point score, to even have a chance of drawing it up to look at the silver to see who wins this tournament. It is so close, and we only have 7 minutes left of this 7th round.
We can't go around.
This is incredible. And yeah, and just like you said, guys, this is the very final. These are the top 4 teams. There's no reason to think any of these teams don't deserve to be here, right? These are the 4 of the best of the best. Even if someone's in the top, someone's in the bottom, these are all the best teams. And so again, that's why you're seeing it, right? You're seeing the team that has relatively consistently been kind of on the bottom of the leaderboards now being on the top again, because they do have what it takes. They are in the finals here.
Some very interesting tactics from Moist. Just, I'm going to say they're placing themselves out there to avoid pain. Spin to Win looks like they could sink if they're not careful. We've got to get those buckets, and you can see some of the water on the second floor just popped in there for a moment as the water just literally, I think it just dived up to the... maybe it didn't actually, otherwise they probably would have gone down. Now we've got these
And
long
when you're
shots
hearing
coming
it
out.
too, you
for purple.
hear that audio. coming up.
Brink.
The cracks, look at the fire as well. It's coming out. Spin to win are in a lot of trouble here. But they are getting a lot of shots. 4K now as well, about to be hit. Tiny little bit of delay there, but it's literally going to be 4K as well for this yellow team. They're going to be Void Corsair. They're just starting to get a bit of a lead. But look, they're 1,200 points away from back to Skull.
This is close. They're Void's really laying on these points here. They're alternating. Look how quickly these teams alternate between fire and regular cannonballs is impressive. They do it so well.
And they're just nailing every single shot. And then not only are they hitting ships like with these long shots, but they're hitting people that are on cannons right now and the wheel. Like nearly every single time we go into a player, they're being hit at least once. It won't happen now. You know, because they've got a position where they can just get these shots out as quickly as possible. Spin to win, getting some nice point score there. I don't believe we've seen Back to Skull actually score in the last 20, 30, 40 seconds, maybe even. They're hovering at that 3,045 point score, and they need to start getting some points. They need to risk it. This is the last round. This is where you go hell for leather, and it doesn't matter if you come last. You just have to risk it all, because it's all about winning. Second, third, fourth position.
Yeah, they're gonna go in front.
It don't mean anything right now. It's all about those headphones. It's all about those sails as
If
well.
they turn on the
Beautiful sails.
hard,
Under
fastest
5
lane to
minutes.
go around.
About to flip to 4 minutes here, I think, in just a second. Not a ton of time left. And look at that. Moist Boys still in the lead. Completely unexpected. What a match. These second, third, and fourth relatively close together, so those guys can come anywhere. And Corsair's doing a very good job of keeping their distance while just constantly increasing their score at a pretty steady rate. So I think Moist Boys should be afraid. I think the whole game should be afraid of Corsair, because I feel like they're just going to come back here. It's really looking like it. They're coming back. They're being safe. Yeah, look, these guys got their masks down. They're just unloading. Oh, this is not a good position to be in for anybody else right now.
Every shot is hitting right now. Every shot is hitting. That last mask ain't got a chance. Wow, look at the shots coming out from Void Corsair. They might even come into first position. Maybe they're looking to finish the round in style, finish the tournament in style. If they win this round, they have won. 100% won this tournament. Easy peasy. And it's, spin to win. Angle as well is nice to see. They're starting to slowly catch up on Void Corsair, but unless you see Back to Skull pull something absolutely out of their back pocket right now, they're not going to be able to come into this tournament and take that win away from Void Corsair. They really need to pull out a play. They've only got 3 minutes to do it, Green Skull.
Only just over 1,000 points ahead of second place there, Moist Boys, but they're increasing their score a bit. Oh, maybe they're increasing their score a lot, actually. They're doing a great job of going up. But we're still seeing, like, it's still not enough, right? Again, as we said before, I think it's around, I consider it to be around 3,000 points. That is a good lead with these teams. If you have less than that, people will come back just like that. So it is very close still, right? Like, they may have near, like, just under 2,000 above, and that's not enough to feel safe in first place.
It comes back to, spin to win. Taking a lot of points away, but they've actually got some, they got the mask down as well. Some ships have been a little bit, we've had some of those problems today where we've seen the, we've actually seen them really, like, just going for the cannon shots, and then suddenly, you know, we've seen a sink once, or we've seen, you know, we've seen people having to skull and whatnot in positions where they've just been, oh no, Moist Boys, are they in the red? They're in the red.
Yeah, they're in the red. Are they trying to do the same thing?
Oh no!
I don't know again. I don't know what to believe anymore once we've seen the legendary Void Corsair plays. Are they stealing that strategy? Because it almost looks like it. But yeah, they're confident.
Yeah, they're like, that water is going up.
The water is going pretty high.
For a second. Yeah,
they have it under control.
Still have 1,000 lead.
This is a strat. This is a solid strat. Did we see this in previous tournaments? I felt like I missed that. If that was a thing, I don't think so.
This is gonna be a little scuffle here.
But they need to. Someone needs to go over there and get them. They're in a place right now. The thing is, they can't. They need to hit as many people as they can. And Back to Skull aren't coming back. They're still only 1,200 points behind Void Corsair. There's only 1 minute left. There's no way they're going to be able to get the points. They have to sink. this team to even have a chance of coming back in right now. I don't know what
Void
the
Corsair's
status
got to
of the
take the
Void
hit,
Corsair
and Void
ship
Corsairs,
is.
they're almost in first. Like, they're catching up, too. If Void Corsair starts making some big hits. Oh, look at this.
They're thinking about a anchor turn here. Look at this, spin to win. Literally, they're doing the spin to win. Is that what they're doing right now? Is he going to drop that anchor? Yep. Getting ready to the left side. Here goes spin to win. I don't know if they're going to be spinning to win, but to get some good shots, maybe. Who knows? Moist Boys back in. They're getting point score. They must be good. They are. They're back in the blue. They are absolutely fine. 1 minute left. This is going to be the tournament. And this, if Void Corsairs keep their position, which they definitely will,
guys.
they will be winning this tournament more than likely. Moist
Wow,
Boys
Moist Boys,
winning the
listen, you can hear
round.
them. They're psyched. They're excited. They're so excited how they're looking right now. Coming into the final round, having been kind of near the bottom of the leaderboard this whole
we can
time.
pride ourselves on winning one game.
Yeah, see, they just said it, right? At least they
Yeah,
won
exactly.
one, right? They come out of here, the final
our
round,
initial
after
game
all the practice,
was like on point.
they won, right? They won a round.
The first
I think
6
that,
minutes
so
or
you
like
can
the
hear in their
first 10
voices, right?
minutes.
They are absolutely psyched
We
about
were
that.
so
What a crazy match. I'm excited to see how all this tallies up.
Perfect angle.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Limey O'Reilly,
I
indeed.
can't believe we got first after having half of the game, or at least.
Sorry, I wanted to be quiet. Just
I know, I was really
okay.
enjoying this. I'm all excited about it.
Oh, the battle's concluded. Not only has the battle concluded, but the war for this potential for this tournament. Not even potential. I am blown away, literally, by how amazing these players have done in this tournament today. Waiting for those scores to come through. We do know that Moist Boys, of course, did win this round, though, Green Skull. And wow, what a tournament it has been.
I, for one, am so thrilled that Moist Boys came out with that one win there. Like, you love to see it. At the end of the day, like, you take those small victories, and you can hear in their voices, they're so excited about it. And that was such an exciting match. Now I want to see how it all tallies up. But first, let's confirm the final placements of that last match before we dive into the absolute final places to see who wins. First place, Moist Boys. Love to see it. Cool. Second place, Void Corsair. They were sneaking up there. Look at that, 7,000. They could have easily taken first place there if they went at it. Third place, Spin to win. And fourth place, Back to Skull. Also pretty close together. But that was a pretty intense final match.
Is indeed. Whew. And I think we probably know who indeed has won. I believe we will show that on not sure. Should we say, or should we wait until the thing comes? I kind of like the screen that kind of comes up as well. I'm excited. Who's won the tournament, chat? It's been a bloody amazing one.
What do you think, guys? If you've been paying it, we're waiting. We're not going to say anything, guys. We're going to let you watch it. We have our ideas. We've tallied it in our own heads. Here come the winners.
The winners of this month's Sea of Champions tournament is Void Corsair. Congratulations to Captain Defnell, Alyam, Tejas, and Cry on winning this amazing tournament. Congratulations.
Man, their strategies throughout the whole game, every time we tuned into them, from their repair strategies to their shots, I think that they were so consistent. Their bucket strategies, they're going into the red strategies. This whole game, they were just dominant. Even if the times they didn't come first place, they were absolutely killing it. I mean, there was that one round where they did come last place, which really threw a wrench into things. But every other round, they were just felt unbeatable. Just a scary ship to meet on the seas.
I'm just, blown away by just the experience of even casting this tournament has been amazing. Very much appreciated. It's been fantastic to cast with you as well, Green Skull, and just watch this action with you and everyone in chat. It's been what talent we saw today from each team, and you saw Moist Boys at the end there as well. Even though they came in that final position, which I believe was the case, they showed us that they're going to come back. They're going to be back in this tournament, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. But Void Corsair, wow. the tactics, the strats, some new stuff I don't believe we've seen before. Amazing.
Incredible. Again, like I was saying, right? Like these final four teams, right? These final four teams were all the best of the best. You were seeing just the top of the line gameplay. It was great reading chat this whole time, seeing people excited, cheering for their teams. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to head into a 5-minute break and prepare for a little interview with the winning team.
Welcome back, everyone. It's going to be Void Corsair. And we have got them here for a little bit of an interview. Congratulations, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Amazing. How are you guys doing today? Thank you very much for participating, obviously, and congratulations. Sages, how do you feel, dude?
I'm feeling really different kind, really a lot of like emotions in this moment. I'm like happy. I'm like out of oxygen and some stuff like that. I can't really explain that too much because I'm really nervous. Oh.
Cool. I'd love to hear about your strategy at the end there. We were loving watching you guys go out into the red and bail to keep yourselves alive. When did you think about doing that? Was that a late call, or did you already have that planned before you played?
Actually, we don't really know because the focus was just being in a specific place. So in that last game, like it was like play
Yeah.
and nothing else.
Yeah,
We were like thinking about it, but not really.
We just want to keep the position. So that's the strategy.
You didn't think about that.
Yeah.
You had the rock there very well. It was like you were positioned like, you know, you weren't in the hard place. You were pretty good. You were just scouting out. You were being quite cautious, but then you started to get involved a little bit more. But just like making sure that, you know, you didn't sink, and it felt very, you know, blatant. It was good. Like, it was nice to see that. And the Red Sea, were you in the red quite a lot at different times? Was that a big strat for you guys? Or?
Just 2 times.
Yeah.
Going in the Red Sea, you mean?
Yeah. Was that part of your plan, or was it like?
It was kind of case.
What about I'm curious if you guys were coming into this. Did you? Again, you're mentioning that you kind of just played it by ear and just went second to second with your gameplay. Do you typically find yourselves sticking away from combat, or do you like getting closer to other ships?
Well, it depends about the other ship's moment, I think. And we're trying to not going really in the fight, and we were just trying to watch the other ships about like how they turning, where they're shooting, etc. And when we feel that we're in a bad position, sometimes we scuttle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We noticed that a few times. There was, that didn't happen that much. In all honesty, I think there was points where we felt, when you were in the Red Sea, where we felt that it was purposeful, and then we were like, are they going to scald now? And then the most furious, I think I said when Death Knell was on screen, like, I've never seen anyone bucket that quickly.
Amazing bucketing.
It was serious. I was like, is like his Chromagon who does is he sped up the stream? What's happening? I was just like, how did you, in those kinds of moments, like, how stressful is it for you guys in the chat when you're in Discord?
Well, yeah, it was kind of really stressful at some point, but we think that we keep the good position to be victorious, and we're really happy about that. We don't really care about like winning every game. What we focus is like being a kind of, how to say, I am lost of I don't have the word, like keeping a place, like the second place or the first place.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Like,
making sure they're always placed.
We were heading mainly to the second place. We're keeping second place.
Consistency, right?
Yeah,
Consistency, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the word.
That's
So before the tournament, how much were you guys practicing together? Like, do you guys normally play a lot together? Did you really ramp up your practicing for this tournament?
Yeah.
A lot.
Like,
Really?
We were actually really happy to pass the quarterfinals and semifinals because we did really good, but in a distance of a week we were really like tense, and yeah, that's it.
Okay. Well, guys, everyone, Thank you very much. This is it's been an amazing tournament. Is there anything you want to say to the Void Corsair fans out there at all?
Any shout outs?
We love you guys.
I maybe want to say something to a person.
Okay.
Ciao Billy. Volevo ringraziarti ancora una volta per quel giorno in cui mi hai beccato e che mi hai preso, ok?
I mean,
I didn't understand it, but it sounded nice. It sounded very beautiful.
Yeah.
it did.
Very poetic and emotional.
Grazie.
It was emotional. Okay, you can, and I can't. We can't know this. Can you DM me that? And then if I say for stream, I'll repeat maybe. It was
Can I say
beautiful.
something, guys? Can I say something?
Of course you can.
We are chaos.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
Grazie Billy.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
everyone.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Doing all the things as we come back to the tournament. So,
Close her out, shall we?
indeed, yes. And that was, I was just wondering where I was in the Discord or in the
We're
thing.
getting pulled around the Discord. We're all over the place.
We're good, we're good.
Stepping through a
And
teleporter in some other world. You're missing half your body. You're like, what's going on?
I think
Where am
part of me is just like blown away by how amazing this tournament has truly been, and what an amazing experience. It's literally, I've never had a commentating experience like this before, and I've commentated a lot of games, and this has been a special tournament for me.
Awesome.
Specifically, it's been so amazing, so good, and that's partly because of you as well. Thanks, mate. So good job, Green Skull.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah.
It's been beautiful. Beautiful casting with you.
Yeah, man. And our crew as well. Don't forget, please make sure you chuck a follow to the channel and everything else as we close out the show. It's been amazing to have you here as well. And it has been a truly awesome spectacle we witnessed here today. To get the opportunity to see some of the best crews of Sea of Thieves has to offer come together in a show of skill and fortitude like this, it's an incredibly unique experience.
Thank you to everyone that tuned in today and supported the broadcast. All bits and subscriptions towards the channel go directly into further building out this competitive platform and fueling excited future competition. So now's your last chance, guys. If you enjoyed what you watched here today, toss a Twitch Prime sub, toss a subscription, toss some bits, support the team here. They did some amazing work, incredible stuff. Watching these visuals, unbelievable talents here. Be sure to follow @SeaOfChampions on Twitter and join the Discord server as well to get updates on when event registration opens again, so you too can try to earn those beautiful Sea of Champions sales. And don't forget to type !giveaway in chat to get info on how to win an Obsidian Capstan or Obsidian 6-pack. The giveaway will run until Monday. So I'm Green Skull. Thank you guys so much for hanging out here. It was an absolute blast. It was a pleasure casting alongside Jebbo. It was a pleasure watching chat, hanging out with you guys, watching some amazing competition. You can find me everywhere online, everywhere really, as Green Skull, Instagram, Twitter, Green Skull on Twitch. I'm probably going to be streaming some more Sea of Thieves today as well. So appreciate you guys. It was truly a pleasure. Take it away, Jeb.
Thank you, my friend. Again, I am Jebro. You can follow me everywhere. It's going to be Jebro Unity, UNITY, or just Google Jebro Twitch and you'll find me as well. I'm probably chucking on some Sea of Thieves myself today. Hell yeah, how can I not after that amazing action? On Twitter, everything else as well. And again, everyone, congratulations to our winners, Void Corsair. Congratulations to all of our teams for getting here and competing in some of the best Sea of Thieves action you will ever see. I promise you, but there's still more to come in the future from Sea of Champions. Thank you all for being an incredible audience, and we'll see you next time on the Sea of Champions.